Mark, he's going to be golden for us. Okay? I'm going to try this out. I'm going to try my headset out again. Not off the top, but I'm going to try it out. And then you guys can whine. We'll see. Now, I don't mind you sitting there. But I got to establish some rules. It's a big block. Okay? Some of my email, and I don't mean this as a bad thing, but some of my email is private.
So some photos will. He's not coming in.
Wait, are you sure of that? I know that it was back and forth.
How do you know?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
No one tells me anything.
I heard he was out of town. I got an email last week saying he's out of town.
No one tells me this.
I remember the email, but then
it was from a sales guy. I didn't know.
He talked like he was coming in.
Yes, I don't know.
Okay, let me find out. Raul, if he's not coming in, I can set you here.
Okay. You could have got someone else.
10 days. So get started now. 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 regulated by the Division of Real Estate. Fresh out at $1,000. But now, text the keyword BANK to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message.
Yep, sir.
Yeah.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. Your consumer advocate, solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints. The longest running radio show on the air right now with the same host. Welcome.
I'm glad you said that last part.
Yeah, I know. People lay and listen for everything we do. So welcome, folks. We hope you enjoy listening to other people's problems. But more importantly than that, if you have a problem, we can help you. And more importantly than that, everyone helps everyone through information. Information, the commodity, the currency of today. Information, just ask Facebook. Information. If you need help with anything, give us a call. And I say anything involving a transaction, and that's almost everything. 303-713-TALK. You can also call 303-MARTINO 24/7. It'll route you to wherever I am. And today, we're going to be talking about the buy and build auction because it's online, and I want the auction to get some action from you at Buy and Build. Now, buyandbuild.net is their website, but it's rollerauction.com. Bring that up, Mark. See what you see. It's going to be closing out today, and this is when you get the most action. Do you know he's had things go for pennies, literally pennies, cabinets for $100. So, this hour is brought to you by, speaking of, Buy and Build, let's talk about home improvements. It's brought to you by K&H Home Solutions. K&H Home Solutions. I love K&H for many reasons. They've been in business 62 years, and I knew the original owner, and then I knew the owner, or know the owner, who took over like 30 years ago. And they have a special going on now that you will love. First of all, they were the very first window company on my referral list, referralist.com. The window special is $500 off every window. They're durable, they're energy efficient, and they're beautiful from a company you can trust. You can go online and make your own appointments. khwindows.com. khwindows.com. And if you need to ask any questions, 303-421-7100. 303-421-7100.
Listen to this.
Okay.
Chandeliers, and they're actually pretty nice
At
looking.
Roller Auction.
This is just guess a price. Guess one.
Okay, $80.
$2.75.
You know, it's incredible. You can go to rollerauction.com and look at Buy and Build. The Buy and Build auction, it's hosted on that site.
Beautiful.
Love it. And it's on the front page, right? If you go to rollerauction.com?
Yeah, you'll see a couple down, then click on bid. But 3-piece light set, and these are nice looking metal lights.
So it Buy and Build, it says Buy and Build Home Improvement Supplies.
And then click on the bid.
Colorado auction, internet only. Thursday, April 12th, 1 p.m. is when it closes. And when it closes, the highest bid wins. If there's a tie, they keep going.
It's crazy.
For just a few minutes. And where's the bid? Oh, that big badge you hit on?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Beautiful sinks setups for $14, $15.
All kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff.
Cabinets.
So, anyway, let's go to the phones. Jan has an AT&T phone problem. What is the problem?
Hi.
Hi. What's going on with you?
Well, I'm going to try to abbreviate this.
Okay, that's fine. We'll get to it. Just here's what I like. I like where you state the problem and we work backwards. So state the problem.
I got a bill for $282.
And it's not what you were promised.
Oh, no. And then they said I have more coming every time I call.
Now, is this a new service, Jan?
Well, yes.
Okay, Jan, when did you get this phone? First question.
When did I get the phone?
Yeah, when did you sign up for AT&T service? I need to know that.
Okay. It started with a letter that I had to...
I need to know, when did you start AT&T service? That's all I need to know. When did you start it?
I'm going to say probably March 3rd.
Okay, so it's brand new to you, March. And you switched from what?
Jitterbug.
Okay, so you switched over from Jitterbug, and then you got your first bill when?
3/16.
Okay, so you got a bill really shortly after you signed up. And what was the problem with the first bill?
Well, I discontinued AT&T because I was promised.
I thought you just said you had AT&T.
Jan, you said you started AT&T in March. On March 16th, you got your first bill. What was wrong with it?
Well, I was told to go up to the store, retail store.
Jan, when you got your first bill, what was wrong with it? I'm not going to ask it another time because I really need to move on. I want to help you, Jan, but I need to go in steps. What was wrong with your first bill? Why did you want to dump them after you just signed up? It sounds strange to me. You just signed up. Now you want to drop them. Why? What was wrong? What went wrong?
I was told I was going to be bundled, and I was to get the new phone for $7.75.
Okay, and what actually happened?
When I went up to the retail store.
But no, before you went to the store, why did you go to the store?
To get it activated.
Okay, so, Jan, you got a bill on March 16th, and your phone was not even activated yet?
No, I had it activated in between that time. and that's when I found out that I was buying a phone for, and they put me on an installment plan, and they didn't bundle me either.
So all of the stuff you thought you were getting, you weren't getting. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. So you went to the store to try to straighten it out, and then what happened?
Then I proceeded to make 12 phone calls.
Well, when you went to the store, did they straighten it out?
Oh, no, they didn't. They said you have two choices: to continue with the bill
or
pay the phone off.
Okay. So
I paid the phone off.
You did? How much?
It was $121.
Okay, that's fine. And then what?
And
now you want to quit? What do you want to do right now?
What do I want to do?
Yeah,
well,
Jesus,
I have
please,
ported over back to Jitterbug, my phone, and all my other services.
So you're back to Jitterbug, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you want today, right now?
I would like someone to help me either with decreasing the bill, cut it in half.
You mean AT&T?
Yes.
Okay. You know, Jan is not alone. And I painfully labored through that call because she may not have her crap together telling the story, but she tells a story that everyone tells. They're promised stuff, and Mark, it happens time and time again.
We don't get a lot from AT&T. I mean, CenturyLink, my God, almost everything they say is wrong.
Yeah, we don't get a lot, but we do get, in general, cell phones and satellite and cable.
Hey,
They're promised one thing, and they don't get it.
And the billing goes up. But saying about CenturyLink real quick, we haven't had a complaint on them in a while.
No, we haven't.
Isn't that odd?
Well, I think that's because they're dying, just like we don't get complaints about the Denver Post.
No, we still get some when the paper doesn't get delivered, even though there's only 8 customers nowadays.
Well, you know, and they're all over 90, so, you know, it takes them a while to complain. I didn't get
Tom
my paper. Okay, listen, we're going to try to help because I know a manager at an AT&T store, and he really helped me out a lot. I love the guy.
I'd like to see your bill.
I'm trying to find out where this guy is. What's the name of that store I went to for my stuff? I don't know if I can. I got to find it.
Was it an actual AT&T store?
Yeah, he's a really good guy. He's really a good guy. And
the one that sold you that apple that the
Okay,
Chinese
I got it.
kids built?
I was going to say Stephanie would remember, but we got it. Greg Wynn, Suzanne. Call Greg and just ask him for some help for this lady. I'm going to give you his contact information, okay? I don't know how I do that right here on the line, but I'll do that. Hold on. Okay, we have a common man here today. You know what a common man is? It's when we take and pluck someone out of the great unwashed, and then we let them come here and bask in radio glory. He's here. And there are only 2 rules. There's really a silent third rule that she broke, but there's 2 rules. You have to be a long-time listener, and you have to love and adore me, and you get to come in here and just talk. But there is a third unwritten rule for both men and women. They have to be attractive or good-looking. And I'm sorry, Raoul, that's the only category where you fall just a little short. Well, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I think Suzanne says, no, he is a very, very pleasant.
He's a handsome man.
Yes, he is a handsome man. That's why I'm kidding him. He is. I want to ask something, Raoul. What's the #1 frustration listening to this show, if you have one? What is it?
It would probably be sometimes the callers when they take a little too long to get their story out. But I know you prompt them.
No, that's good to know. That's good to know. But sometimes...
What, does it get boring? Is that what you mean?
Oh, no.
It's frustrating. What about... Do you ever like stories? When they're interesting, I think we all love hearing them, right? Odd stories.
Yeah, and then, when people don't stay on task and, they start wandering off on other things and then you have to kind of bring them back around.
So, yeah, and that is a frustration for all of us. We have so much more to talk about, and I know, listen, I'm just going to address the elephant in the room, or the 400-pound gorilla. A lot of people say...
Clint?
No. A lot of people say you have too many commercials. I mean, the downside, if there is one, or the upside of a successful show that's been on the air 40 years and has huge listeners and huge listenership is a lot of commercials but I want you to know that each commercial here is done with the intent of educating and helping you, okay? And we did commercials, for example, about stem cells to get people at the seminar last night, and I would say we did a bang-up job. Oh, my goodness, how many people were there? So many people. They went, and I'm so happy that Centeno Schultz was able to deliver their message. Now, listen. They're doctors. They're not polished speakers. Where this wasn't a circus. This was a down and dirty informational seminar where you could ask any question, where you could get your information for real stem cell therapy, and I appreciate them doing that last night. We may have some in the future. Meanwhile, if you want to be evaluated, these guys will tell you if you're a candidate for stem cell therapy. They won't rip you off like most every single provider who does not provide true living stem cells. Give Centeno Schultz a call, 303-963-9201.
Why do we have Plumline twice and Century twice? Why is it? Why are all of these twice?
What do you have?
So, like, Plumline is twice and Century RV twice. I just don't understand it.
Century shouldn't be twice.
That lady that, you know, the old lady
You say that, but why do you think they are?
I don't know.
You know that lady that Mark always pisses off, and she calls and screams at me about him and then hangs up, and then Mark calls
That was her.
Which one?
She screamed at me about you now.
Yeah.
I'd like to tell you how Tom is a senior citizen with kids under the age of 12 years old, and he's talking about a senior citizen's the fucking dick.
Ah, you dick.
She'll
never.
Give me a
I
chance.
begged her to come on. She won't come on.
So, if you guys want to give her a little chat on the air.
Is she mentally ill? No.
Tom, this is what she is. She is extremely...
She's single.
No. She's extremely
Here's
angry.
Greg Wynn.
That's what she is.
I don't know how to
angry.
And she's a liberal, right?
I don't know how to do it.
She's an extremely angry liberal.
Is there any other comment?
I don't know.
I'll just write it down real quick. Which number do I give her? Or give him?
I
Want me to
It's
call
from
him?
Boulder, right?
303-343-4192.
So I should call him for...
Yeah, W-I-N-N. He's a store manager at one of the stores. Just for help getting this woman.
I might email him. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Can I name drop?
Yeah.
Or call ITED.
No, this is
real quick. You know the Square Trade guy with the iPhone?
Yeah.
He got new iPhones. They gave him a new one.
Oh, sweet. The one
He
with
had to pay an extra $100.
the phony baloney. Oh, but that was probably his, what do you call it? His deductible.
Yes.
Well,
So
remember he called in and he sent an email saying, oh, you guys
Let's
had
do an update.
He couldn't hold. He's working at the convention center. So if we want to update without him.
How come he can come down in studio when he's trying to get the new one, then when the update comes...
I meant to tell you this to sort of
He
connect.
gets
If you log into
negative
anything personal,
emails.
like social media or
That
something,
guy.
just be sure
What do
you
you
put your history.
They said,
on
oh,
there.
you guys didn't even listen to my problem and all this.
He said that?
Yeah.
But yet we got him a new iPhone.
No, the next day, he was very...
Was everybody helping him? Because I was calling them too.
Oh, I didn't do anything.
Oh.
Ingrate.
Yeah, no, let Suzanne pass that on and stuff. He was very...
Just when I think
Oh,
Mark
you
and I are
didn't,
having a bad
listen to
week.
my issues and
Maybe let's go
didn't
on
let me
phone.
talk.
Okay, start there. Okay, I got to
Did, Dan?
Yeah.
At that stem cell thing last night, I was surprised at the quality of the questions.
Oh, yeah, well, these people...
They were sharp.
They're there because they're in pain.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
we have good people.
Yeah, the quality of the questions, I thought, well...
No, I think people
Thank
do a
you,
lot of
stewardess.
research on their
You're
own.
welcome.
Oh my God, you brought him something without a lid?
There are no lids. You were going to bring more in?
Go find him a
Always
lid.
give her such a hard time.
I know. Hey, let me ask you
Because most stewardesses know to put a lid on the coffee.
First of all, they're flight attendants.
Thank
Second
you.
of all, she did that years ago.
Thank you. Yeah.
Flighty.
Still.
Flighty attendants.
So let me ask you. So the buyback that they were talking about for the Ford, they sent him the paperwork. It is now they changed the name to replacement. Like he has to come and pick a car.
And this one, for which one?
Ford, the Ford Fiesta 2016.
You weren't here at the beginning.
Oh, okay. So it was a buyback.
I think there was a follow-up.
But why are they voluntarily doing the replacement, or did he go through?
Yeah,
he went through the 30 days. Well, no, I don't think they. I don't know if
They
they
ordered
technically
to do it
started
through
the buyback, did they?
Yeah, they did, but
Daphne, were they ordered to do it through arbitration?
No.
they're doing it. We got them on the show.
I think they might have.
He's going to send me the contract, and I'll send it to
They
you.
might have okeyed it.
Did you not bring it?
They might have given
I
them.
hope that's what
Well, I'll go down and get it and bring it back up.
I just hope I didn't leave it.
He's sending me the
I'm gonna go
contract. I
find
want
him
you to
and
go. I want you guys to look at it.
I just see a fucking nightmare.
For what?
Come on, Mark.
What's he saying?
He's changed.
Where's he going?
He wants to give me a lid. We're all going to have
Oh,
come
he's
by
giving you a lid?
meeting.
We haven't had
Everybody's
lids
been
for
hard on
forever.
everybody this week.
You're just.
I went to the restroom. I hope I didn't leave it.
Well, I can't go in the restroom and find your phone.
Oh, you could.
I think I left it in the restroom, but see if it's on my desk. I'll check that. The
Okay, he'll
restroom's
check the
here.
restroom first,
Look above the urinal.
and then I'll go and check downstairs if that's.
Look in the urinal.
Was modern meter in here?
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Plumline Services is offering a deal on an air conditioning furnace combination that they say is more than $2,000. Now, I say they say. It is, but, you know, you figure it out for yourself, shop around. But these guys, they have great deals. And what I love about them is, first, they always quote exact prices up front. They will give you a 100% satisfaction guarantee, and there are no hidden charges. They'll be on time. That's it. It's over $2,000. That includes $500 in free accessories, 0% financing for 12 months, a 10-year parts and labor warranty, some utility company rebates, and a huge Plumline discount. If you're looking for a combination furnace air conditioner, plumlineservices.com, 303-586-1086, 303-586-1086. Okay, let's talk about your problems, questions, and complaints. And Raul, being our common man today, please feel free to drop a line and talk and comment. Please, really do it.
Okay, thank you.
And then rollerauction.com, man, I love some of these deals people are getting. If you click on some of the stuff, like lighting and floor coverings, there are things going, is this truly $11 for this light fixture? This light fixture would go for $600 somewhere else. Then there's one for $3. And Courtney says some of this stuff actually sells for this amount. And it'll be closing out at 1 o'clock. So this is really a good chance of winning. And one of the reasons is it's a hidden gem, and not a lot of people go on roller auction. It's amazing, the deals. Now, let's talk to Greg. I'm sorry, that's not Greg. Is this Glenn?
It is.
Okay, Glenn, what's happening? And I want to tell people we have lines open at 303-713-TALK. You can get right through. If you have a problem, question, or complaint, there really is no other place to go. If you can't hire an attorney and you need help, and you don't want to sue but you just need help, we can apply pressure. If you need us to help you, give us a call. I am so happy we are able, truly able, to just fill that gap for people. Glenn, what's going on about a judgment?
Tom, okay, so I'm getting ready to go to small claims court. I'm anticipating a judgment, so let's move past that and I'm looking more towards how to collect later. The person that I'm up against does not own any real estate in Colorado or anywhere for that matter, but they do own some vehicles. Some outright, some are financed.
You can put a lien on a vehicle.
I'm curious about that process, actually.
I don't think it's as easy as real estate, but, you know, I actually never did it. So let's
I don't think I have.
Let's talk about getting, he's laughing because I pretended to spill. Let's talk. Suzanne.
Yes.
Is Brandon around that we can talk about?
Oh, I can try him.
And then if we can't get him, let's get our off-the-record collector, if we can get him. Let's talk about executing a judgment. That's one of the important things, Glenn, so hold on. Getting a judgment is one thing. Executing, collecting is another. And we'll talk about it. Greg, what is your problem with the car dealer?
This is Greg?
Yeah, what's going on with you?
Well, to start out with, my daughter's been taken, or my niece, I'm sorry, my sister's daughter, my sister's 82 and her daughter is 50. They've lived together for years.
So your sister and niece, what is going on?
Well, they went to. My niece has been going to AutoNation for a long time.
Okay. For what?
And for just oil changes and minor work.
Sure.
And the last 3 times that she's gone for an oil change, my sister has called up there and reminded Dave up there to make sure they grease their front end when they do the oil change. For the last 3 times, which is almost, she doesn't drive that much, so I'm saying 2 or 3 years.
Why would a woman call and say, grease the front end? It doesn't sound like something somebody just calls and says, grease the front end. Seriously.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you. I've been a diesel mechanic for 46 years.
Sure.
I'm 67 years old.
Yeah.
I check her car every time she has something done because they're unable to do that.
Okay.
And she has a disability. Okay.
But she calls and says, she doesn't say do this, this, and this. She says, make sure you grease the front end.
Thank you. That's exactly right.
I find it odd.
I called up there and told them to grease the front end.
Okay. So what's
this last time?
I have a feeling. I have a feeling you're trying to build a case because something happened to the front end.
No.
Oh.
Nothing happened to the front end. I'm just telling you that that's part of their job when they charge $69 for an change.
Okay. So what's going on?
Fixed income.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway.
Yeah.
I've told them. My sister's told them. And this last time she went up there, she wanted them to check the fuses on her rear wiper quit working.
Sure.
Tahoe. She has a 2003 Tahoe.
Okay.
Dave this guy up there, I shouldn't give his name, but
I don't care. Okay, Dave at AutoNation. What did he say?
Yeah, he said, well, in order to check that out, we have to do a diagnostic on that. So she said, is that what it takes? You can't just check the fuses and breakers like I told her to ask them? And he said, well, a diagnostic will tell us everything. So they did the diagnostic. They said she probably needed a new motor in the back. And
what do you mean a new motor? What are we talking about? A
new wiper motor. Wiper motor for the rear of her.
What was it not? Was it not working?
Yes, it was not working.
Okay,
and
I got you.
He said he had to do a diagnostic in order to check it. He couldn't just check the fuses and breakers.
Well, you know, they can do any procedure they want. I mean, it's up to you if you want to agree. At that point, she could have said, well, you know what? I think what I'd rather do is go somewhere where they'll do a courtesy check of the breakers and the wires or whatever. But okay, the fact that they said that, if she agreed to it, there's nothing wrong with that. They did a diagnostic or not, did they?
Yes, they did.
And what happened?
It was $169. So she comes home not knowing anything about what's wrong with it.
What did she get for the $169?
She got nothing except for a diagnostic.
I understand, but did they give her a printout on this diagnostic? Did it say?
Oh, yeah. Guess how much the wiper motor in the rear? I did it, by the way.
Okay, so the diagnostic said she needed the wiper motor. Is that right?
Right.
Okay, and how much were they going to do that for?
$480.
Okay, and that sounds right about in line. I'm not saying it's good or bad. Listen, man, you know, dealers charge a lot of money for service. They do.
Yeah, she walked out of there with a bill. They wanted to charge her $2,880 to do 4 items. Rear brakes.
Okay, hold on. Rear brakes and the motor, the wiper motor. What else?
And they said that her front water pump was starting to seep. Well, I looked at it, and it's not seeping at all.
Okay, so they, for those 3 things, or you said 4 things, right? Or not?
Yeah, something about front wheel bearings, and I just did brakes on her front end 6 months ago, and the wheel bearings were fine.
So, at that point, they offered her this work order for how much?
$2,880.
And she did not do it.
No, she came home and just was bawling, so I went up there and checked everything out, took it home yesterday, did the rear wiper motor.
And you know what?
And there wasn't nothing wrong. By the way, there was nothing wrong with the wiper motor. Linkage had come loose.
There was nothing wrong. So you know what? The free enterprise system worked perfectly. She denied that. She said no. She rejected it. Now you will not go back there. It is a great system. We vote with our dollars. They don't deserve your vote any longer. We need, or someone needs to call AutoNation to tell them about this tech, because who would want a tech like that is saying first the wiper motor's bad when it's not? According to you, that wiper motor simply needed to be reconnected. And that's a big one. And then you said they claimed the water pump was seeping, and it is not. So if you would be so kind as to get us a copy of that diagnostic outlining the stuff, and then you tell us what was an absolute misrepresentation, and we will call AutoNation immediately. Okay? Now, we're trying to get an attorney on to tell us about putting a lien on an automobile, Glenn, if you just hang on, okay? 303-713-TALK. Now, again, what happened with Glenn at AutoNation? Hey, if you get a diagnostic, get other opinions. This is a good thing. However, if truly they misrepresented 3 major items, that's a problem. That's a big problem. And I think AutoNation would want to know about it. I personally don't think that they plan to rip people off. Now, here's what does happen. Technicians are under pressure to up their tickets. Okay? Hey, get a ticket. There's nothing wrong with a tech looking for things legitimately wrong. Nothing wrong with it in cars. Nothing wrong with it with electrical, with plumbing. Nothing wrong. However, where it pisses me off is where, because of this pressure, they start making things up. And if that's the case, we need to do something about it. We're going to talk about more stuff coming up. What do you think about that call initially, Raul? Are you outraged, or do you think, well, this is what happens? You're just basically, as a common man, what would your thought be listening to this?
I think that sometimes car dealers, tire dealers, they take advantage of females and flat out had my girlfriend set up for some tires, made the appointment for her. She went, got the tires. All of a sudden, she comes back with all kinds of extra stuff that had to call them and say.
That's fair.
Told her, this is what you're going to be paying. Don't pay any more than this. Don't let them talk you into anything.
All right.
And they pressured her into warranties and all kinds of other things. And, you know, so I just had to call and say.
Say no.
Yeah, say no.
Just say no,
this is what we agreed on.
All right.
You know.
Well, I see the $69 oil change. I'd definitely go somewhere else. They were charging $69.
I think it was a diesel, though, wasn't it?
No. He was a diesel mechanic.
Oh, okay.
All right. Now, that's right. You got to know enough to know what prices cost. Now, let's talk about Century RV, 32,000 square foot showroom in Lakewood with mostly travel trailers and fifth wheels there. And but they have a little of everything. The largest used RV inventory in the state. Also, they have a place on the 119 turnoff to Longmont, north of Denver on I-25. CentryRV.com, and they have a great service department. Mark just got a unit from them. He loves their service. CentryRV.com, 303-453-1111.
So she opened the door. What? What did you get? What kind of donut? I shouldn't have gotten it at all.
Oh, I am so tempted, but I can't.
I was fine until she opened the lid.
You saw them all sitting there.
Not hopefully a huge updated. So I don't drink. I don't smoke. I have very few vices left. Yeah.
You don't drink?
No, I don't drink.
How do you get by not drinking? Your wife drinks.
Here, guys, I know you want
You know what I had yesterday? I didn't get home till 7. Here's what I had yesterday.
I'm here for WD.
The top of a slice of frozen pizza, which was like a little bit of cheese and pepperoni.
That's all you had last night?
All I had
For the whole day?
For the whole day. It was weird because of that thing we went to last night. I missed my window.
You didn't go eat
and I just wasn't hungry.
Ooh,
The whole thing is you just don't eat when you're done. That's really all you got to do.
When I fasted over Easter, I had no problem making it. No problem. I think the more
you go 3 days?
Yeah.
I could do 3 days sitting on a bag of chips.
I'll bet you can't.
It'd be tough sitting on a steak.
Do you have your glasses?
Yeah.
So right there, why wasn't this guy telling him
We have found
his
no
sister-
evidence to support a customer claim that mold found in pet food was the cause of animal deaths and miscarriages as alleged. See, I can read every word.
You can.
Now, that
Bravo.
doesn't mean I don't like my glasses. I actually like them because
Oh,
they
what do you
enhance
say for an
smaller
oil
print.
change?
Daphne, is that
You change it yourself? I change myself.
No, that's hard.
Oh, God. I haven't changed my own oil in so long.
How much? $50? $40?
Well, if I get 6 of them for, it's $80 to buy a card, and you get $5 per oil change. So.
I'm sitting here. These work.
Yep.
Usually about 34 or 35 bucks.
They are so boring.
No, no talking.
No talking, man. None of that. Get all your shit out of my way so I can talk. Gee, the people I have to work with. Go on, Kathy. Nice to meet you.
So what is it, like, say, per oil change?
34, 35 bucks.
See, that's about what somebody should be paying. About 34,
Well, we
35
become
bucks.
conditioned to that because of all of the deals.
No. He's not even with the deal, because that's with the wiper deal. He'll throw in wipers.
I know, but what I'm saying is truly, though, Dan, truly, $69 in and of itself is not that much. Think, multiply the oil, look at the filter, look at the time. I think we've become conditioned because of the competition.
No, because they're lost leaders to get you into the
Right,
shop.
but Mark, don't you think the true cost at $69, let's just say there were no specials, that in itself doesn't sound
The
abusive.
average filter, I was in the business forever. The average filter is going to run $1.50.
Oh, that's all?
That's the filter.
That's cheap.
The quarts of oil you're going to have in the average one about $7.
Oh my God.
And then you got labor. And then, then you got shop supplies. Literally, a gallon.
Okay, wait a minute. So it's way cheaper than I thought. So hold on.
Yeah.
$8.50 plus a couple dollars, so $10.50.
I think oil's more than that now, but you probably buy 50 gallons of oil.
Well, it's all bulk oil. I bet it might even be cheaper.
Okay, so let's say $10.50.
Yeah.
And then you have labor. So let's knock it up to what would be labor on a change?
Well, if you're a quick
30.
Yeah. If like a quick loop
No,
or
labor.
plus.
Depends. If it's a GS, I would pay a GS $15 an hour. That would take a half hour. So $7.50 in labor.
Yeah, let's say $10.
Fine,
So
$10.
it's
Say 15
10 and
with
10.
everything.
That's $20.
Yep. And then you got to make money.
So 20, and then add if at 20%.
Al loses money on the pro pack.
$25. $25 would be hard cost, let's say, with labor.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so they're doing 69. Okay, so all right.
That Tahoe doesn't have.
No. 25 would be with profit, with 20% profit. 25.
And if it's 69, the one thing we don't know, was it synthetic oil?
I'm sure not. Is that substantially more?
Maybe it's high mileage.
Is that
I don't know.
substantially more?
High mileage.
I would.
Yes, double
I
at
still
least.
go back to my original statement in that in the marketplace.
Yeah, we're attuned.
We're used to getting lost leaders.
No,
Absolutely,
well,
and
if
that-
you go through a brakes plus, if you
On
go
those
through
three
a quick loop,
and-
you get it automatically $35.
Okay.
Well,
For an oil change.
quick loop.
Quick loop.
But everybody's got a coupon out there between 16 and $30.
But what I'm saying, 69, if he was worried about his sister, why wasn't he telling her to go somewhere else?
I didn't even hear that. No, we were just talking about the oil change. We were just talking.
Now he gets in. I agree, they screwed her. In my opinion.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Don't forget rollerauction.com, then look for buy and build. There's some hardwood flooring here for 85 cents a foot. Holy crap. Holy crap. And we had the stem cell thing last night. We also have Colorado Tinnitus celebrating a grand opening of their new office. And, of course, Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center, they have been around a long time. Can I just say this? When it comes to tinnitus research and treatment and evaluation, I love the way these people take care of people. It all comes down to that. They're taking $500 off hearing aids, but you know what? $500 here or there doesn't matter. What really matters is the service they provide. I know you see a lot of ads when it comes to hearing aids and hearing devices. What you need is knowledge and experience, and someone who cares about people. You won't find people who care about people more than at Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center. 303-534-0163. If you have a hearing loss or tinnitus, 303-534-0163. I really, really mean it. If you need more than just, hey, here's what you need. You need people to let you try it out, take it back if it doesn't work, try another one, and work with you. 303-534-0163. Jim's got a comment on that AutoNation deal where this woman was quoted $2,800 in work, and they rejected it, of course. And Greg claims that much of the work wasn't even needed. What is your comment there, Jim?
I went into AutoNation in Golden for a grease job and an oil change. And funny thing, the guy brought my car back, or brought my truck back to me, and said we're done. And so I'm a guy who checks the oil.
Sure.
And I looked down to see if it had been greased.
Yeah.
And I wiped the Zerks off, of all things. And I noticed there wasn't any grease on it.
Huh.
And the guy come out and says, "How do you know we didn't do it?" I said, "Because your guys wouldn't wipe the grease off my Zerks." And he said, "I'll go check it." He come right back and he said, "Bring it in and we'll grease it." It's just a funny thing that happened.
You know what, Jim? I believe you, and I think this happens so much. I mean, you really have to be careful with auto service. That's why we're so careful with the people we recommend. And we do get a lot of complaints about AutoNation. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We do. We do. We do. 303-713-TALK. Gabe? This is an unusual question, Gabe.
How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing good. What's going on?
Hey, I have the opportunity of buying a Rolls.
Yeah.
And I got them down from 9 to 6.
What's that?
Is,
what did you say about 9 to 6? Oh, down to how much?
From 9,000 to 6,000.
And what year is it?
76.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be about right for these old... See, here's the thing about old exotic and old ultra-luxury cars, and that would be the Maybach, the Rolls, the Bentleys, the old Bentley. Bentleys now are basically just cars that, you know, they put the Bentley name on so people can say, I have a Bentley. But in the old days, and Rolls is pretty much like that still, they're just... Those cars truly are not worth what they sell for. They're just not. I mean, they're nice cars. They're beautiful cars. And but they're not worth it. And what happens, first of all, everyone in that luxury car market is so status conscious that they don't want the older ones. Now, Gabe, this is nothing against you. I'm talking about in general. I've heard luxury car dealers talk, elite luxury cars. I've heard them talk amongst themselves, and what they say is this. When they have these older luxury cars, you have three classes of buyers. You have people who want the best and they want to flaunt it, and they buy, you know, the Ghost and the Silver Shadow, you know, whatever they're called, and they buy the best of the best. And then when it gets a few miles on it, they sell them. And then they sell them, and people who buy the modestly used ones or the moderately used ones are people who are also want the best. They have the money, they qualify, but they want deals. So they're the deal-conscious rich people. And then when they get a lot of miles on them, because these people will keep them for a long time, the value-conscious people will keep them for a long time. Then...
Would you buy one that's just in 3 years?
No, and then what I'm going to say to you is this. The third class of people, and I'm not putting you in this, I'm just telling you what these dealers feel, are wannabes. They are people that could never afford a Rolls or a Maybach or a Bentley of the old kind. And what they do is they just basically sell them to people, and you're not getting a deal. They're not good cars. I mean, that's all I can tell you. They're not good cars. And when I say not good, I mean that those handmade ones, they're not good. They're beautiful, but they're not quality because of the handmade. People think handmade is supposed to be good. But in a handmade car where they have a print of each plan for each car, and I think 76 is a little newer than the handmade. I'm not sure. But the handmade cars I would stay away from because each team can do things a little differently, and it's very difficult when it comes to getting service and repairs. It depends on how they routed the fuel system, how they did the interior. So handmade does not mean necessarily a great car. The other thing is this. When they go to machines, they're better cars, but you're still not getting a $6,000 to $9,000 car, a 1976 car, unless it's a collector's item, then I would say have fun and negotiate a good price. But if you're thinking about driving this, it's the worst decision you'd ever make. I mean, are you just jonesing for the look?
No, for putting car shows and all that, because the unique car that you said.
Well, okay, that's different.
I understand all that,
different,
but my
Gabe.
question was, Tom, is that if I go register for taxes after I get it running, it runs great and all that, would they consider that a luxury item and hit me big time?
No, of course not. They only go by the value. And Gabe, believe it or not, it's not going to be worth that much. Now, if you want it for fun and for grins and for car shows, that's totally different. But if you're thinking about getting it, you know, because you want to have a luxury car, it's the worst decision you can make. And I would not do it at all. Not at all. All right. We told you about the auction going on, rollerauction.com. This whole theme of this whole show has always been about helping and saving money. Art of Granite is one of the places I can point you to save money every time. Art of Granite. Just great people at Art of Granite. You can get a price on the phone. So few companies do that. I love that. You're planning. You don't want to take a lot of time. You send a photograph and you give some measurements to Mitch. Call him. And then he'll give you a price. Then you can go to the showroom and pick out the actual material, the edges, the sinks, and the cabinets. He's a direct stone importer. He serves the mountain communities and the Front Range. He has a bunch of solid surfaces, and they tear out and haul away free. They do the bathroom free when you have the kitchen done. 303-386-5919, 386-5919, artofgranite.net.
So, I'm going to give this to you in a nutshell. I sent you his email last week.
It's on broadband, okay.
Okay? So basically, he got a unit from Century RV. There were some warranty issues.
Okay.
He didn't like the way they handled some warranty issues, so he didn't want to take it back to them again. They offered to take it, you know, to help him, but he did not want to. He wanted to go with another dealership, and I sent you his email.
Is it brand new?
I don't know if it's a brand new one or not, Tom, but I'll say this. So I said, so basically, everything's handled, everything's fine. He goes, yeah, but I just can't believe you guys hang your hat on Century RV.
Let him on, I don't care. Let him on.
Yeah, he called when I was producing, and I got him
I know somebody who bought one of those.
Let me find out who's there.
dirty man.
I don't hold back.
I know, but I didn't want to deal with him, so he's got tenacity.
What's going on?
I got this dude who wants a second. I just don't think he can make the payment.
How?
He's got plenty of equity, but the fucking
When you say plenty, how much?
a couple hundred. He wants 100.
So then he'd only have 100.
He'd only have, well, maybe a little more, but about 100 I know of that's safe. I mean, like.
In the first, what terms are the first?
Well, it's a 30-year. I don't know what year he's in. I haven't even. My whole stoppage is he wants a 7-year deal. The payments are going to be $1,600 a month. So
What's the payments on his first?
I don't know.
Well,
I do know.
Mark, he may want to default. He may just want the cash. So what he's asking is, do you want to buy his house? That's what people do. When people want to borrow money from me, I automatically assume I'm not going to be paid back. So I look at the collateral.
He owes $260 on the first. He says the house is worth $480. So like I said.
So you have to make sure of that.
Well, of course. Let's see here.
With nearly 3 decades of legal experience, Cynthia Kaufman has shown that she is the Republican that can win statewide races.
So he's going to pay off a $49,000 second. Pay off a vehicle, 16, another vehicle, 15, so 30, 70. He's going to pay off 70 grand, 2 vehicles in a second.
What interest is he looking at?
So 260. He pays right now, pay off 710 years, 35 budget at first. He pays $1,400 right now on the first. So he'd be paying basically $3,000. He says he's got $3,500 a month to budget.
But Mark,
That's squeezes.
Mark, what area is the house?
Let me see. Actually, I can look at the house.
Hey, that's an upcoming place.
Yeah, that's right.
It sure is.
Regentrification.
So it's 5 Points.
Yeah.
Let's see.
In Lobeville.
It's in Loveland.
Be careful about that word.
Yeah, cute house. Nice house.
Let me see it.
Oh, it's a big house.
Yes.
Mark, yeah, it's a big track house. So,
I'm shopping something for my dad.
but here's the deal, Mark. He may want to just default. He may just want money. Some people do.
Why don't you just sell it?
Corner lot, crack house.
It looks like a little cul-de-sac, actually.
Where did you say it is?
That house has very low sale value as far as attractiveness.
Oh, look at that. Look how it goes around.
It would sell cheap enough if you sold it cheap enough, but you're not going to get your full 100 out of it. That's the problem. When you have to get paid back and fire sale something,
It costs so much.
yeah, and you want to count on half of the equity.
What I really want to find is I just want to bridge loan.
Be careful not to dribble it down the front of your shirt. It looks like somebody shot you.
I'll go through these, shove it in. So it can't come out.
Then I can hire you.
Other end.
Either I'm talking about the
Does he have a family?
Yeah.
Kids?
Yeah. The whole backstory is good.
No, what I mean is try putting a family on the street.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I think I could. I won't bullshit you.
Bring on the radio.
That's what I heard.
I'll call him on the radio to tell him he owes me money.
Hey, you're going on the street.
You're paid. Get out. I know what you're saying, though. Easier said than done, I'm sure.
I'm trying to figure out if it's the lights or me. I can't read anything on your screen.
I know.
It's probably you.
John Fuller is someone you should call if you've been injured and you want to know, do I have a case? So many people ask that. That doesn't mean, do I want to go to court? Do I want to go to trial? Most every case is settled, and that's across the board. John Fuller will take and evaluate your case honestly and accurately. The best part, you talk to him, and you work with him. It's not a mill, a personal injury mill like you see advertised on television. He has a boutique law firm that takes each and every case seriously, and he'll answer all of your questions. He's a great guy, John Fuller, Fuller Law. PersonalInjuryCO.com. You should call, no matter what, even if you end up taking someone else. Initially, you should call John Fuller. Seriously, because he's there and he's dedicated. So just call. It won't hurt. Free advice. 303-597-4500. 597-4500. So let's talk. The guy says, okay, I have a judgment. Now what? Now what, Tom? What do I do with a judgment? You know, Frank Ball is a collector, and he does collection for commercial and bill and big accounts, and that's why you don't see a person like Frank Ball on the referral list, but he would be if he worked for each and every person. He'd be the one I'd recommend every time. But so Frank, I really like the way he really has strategy. We don't have to go over all of them, but let's talk about a judgment. A person has a judgment, Frank, and you know damn well they own the car. Now, they own houses. We know about putting liens on houses. Not so difficult. How do you put a lien on property that people own, like a car?
Well, it's not a lien, Tom, and thank you for that nice introduction.
What is it?
As you know, I'm an attorney in town.
Yes.
You have to do an attachment action. It's not like a home where you put a lien on a home and then, and really you're just putting a lien on all the property, real property, in the county where you file the lien. and then you wait, and if they ever sell the house, then they have to satisfy that lien and pay the judgment in full.
But can you initiate foreclosure?
You could.
Okay.
But, you know, it's money. It's real money. You
Yeah.
have to, there's a lot of costs involved if you're doing all that stuff, that you're going to want to buy a house.
Sure.
You know, if you really want to go that route for a $10,000 judgment and you got the money to buy a $300,000 house or $500,000 house, you can go that route. It's just, it's a difficult proposition, and there's a lot of costs involved.
I get you.
And the same thing is true with personal property. For example, say you have a paid-up Mercedes-Benz.
Okay.
In my practice, there's not a lot of people with paid-up Mercedes-Benz. If they had a paid-up Mercedes-Benz, they would be paying their hospital bill or their doctor bill or their dentist bill or their business bill.
But let's say they have a paid-up car. Does it have to be paid up to put a lien on it, or whatever you put on it?
Well, no, it doesn't have to be paid up. But again, the problem is you have to want to attach it.
I understand.
You have to want to take it.
So how do you attach something?
Well, again, if it's a depreciable asset like a vehicle, it really depends. If you have a $10,000 judgment and there's a lien against it for $30,000,
yeah, that
you're
part,
probably
Frank,
not going to want to
right,
do it.
The judgment part we don't have to talk about. I just need to know the procedural part if they did want to put a lien, because unfortunately with the music, Suzanne, we're out of time. So what I need to do, if we could, is beg him to come back and tell us about the procedural part. Again, he's saying you may or may not want to do it, but if you want to do it, here's how. I'd like to go there and talk about that. I'm Troubleshooter Tom Martino. Don't forget that rollerauction.com is going on for spectacular deals at Buy and Build.
As a marketer, you want to reach...
Just go grab the vehicle. Mark, I thought you said you did that when they didn't pay...
Say it again?
When they didn't pay their bill.
No, that's because that's a mechanic's lien. That's totally different.
So you go, okay.
You worked on the vehicle itself.
Okay.
That is a really different thing.
So a judge, or if you do get a judgment, how easy is it to get their paid?
Well, don't they ask you any interrogatories ask that question of their assets?
No.
Yes, interrogatories would ask. You could ask if they have vehicles and how much is owed. Absolutely. The generic form's not going to have that, I don't think. Actually, I don't know. Do they have a generic interrogatory? If you go to small claims court, I think you can ask for interrogatories right afterwards, and that would be a generic form, and I don't know what's on that.
I'm not aware of the court issuing one.
Don't we have a copy of those for...
I think you have to do your own.
Well, there's generic ones there. I don't know. That's
No, I don't doubt there's
Yeah,
generic forms.
all
But
the copies we get.
are you saying the county would supply them to you?
Yeah, well, most of the time, right after a small claims court, you can ask for them, and I do think they have a generic one, yes.
That they say here?
I think so.
Fill this out?
I think so.
That looked like what I just served Bob Singer.
But did the person make up their own? Or did he have a...
I don't know if she did. She could have. She's pretty sharp. Kelly.
Oh,
I'm going to look it up.
Hey,
I don't know.
did you give him all these papers?
Yeah, I gave him his copy.
No, like, it's got all this stuff here, it's like 8 pages.
Disclosures? No, I gave him the interrogatories, the part I was supposed to give him. I kept, the only other part I had was the pages of service.
All this stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's 2 pages that we keep service pages. But
Right.
Yeah, is that the generic one? Is that the one right there?
That's the one.
Well, that's the affidavit of service, but go up to
Let's see what this says.
There. Pattern
You gave them
interrogatory.
all these here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about 6 pages. Okay, but are they, do we know if those are generic or?
This stuff is.
Yeah, it sure looks like it is, doesn't it?
But this stuff down here.
Yeah, because it goes into a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't apply to us.
Well, this is just the judgment, I'm sure. Rid of
Yeah,
garnishment.
that's that he lost.
Here we go. Pattern interrogate. No, that's going to be for domestic.
This is your financial summary.
What are these called? Go back. What was that called? Wasn't it called pattern? Or I don't know. What did it say? I thought I just saw that.
Mark, yours is like the generic.
Yeah,
Those the ones that
Where
were
was it? That was right.
Pattern interrogatories.
the drawer.
Yeah, I understand. Oh, yeah, court use.
The
Yeah, I'm sure
headphones you
enough.
have.
Yeah.
I used to use them for all my remotes.
Yep, they do. They have a generic one. They absolutely do. Or I don't even know if it's generic. It's the one. It kind of looked like it, though, because it goes on to a whole bunch of stuff that didn't apply to this case.
And then if they lie about it, then what?
Well, lying on it is contempt and perjury. Not filling it out is contempt. That's what Frank does. That is magic weapon.
How easy is it to garnish wage for the judgment?
If they have a wage.
You have to, once you find out where he works, you have to serve the employer.
Yep.
Oh, you serve the employer?
I went to jail for a night. Oh, this fucking guy who worked for me.
Spend the night in jail?
No, I was in and out. I was in and out in about an hour or two. But so this freaking employee of mine burns down a big part of his apartment. Okay, I have no idea what happened. It didn't matter. Who knows? Who cares? They get a judgment against him. I get the garnishment. I cut him the check, or have payroll cut him the check. Right before that happens, he tells me, I paid them. I borrowed it from my dad, and I paid him in full, the apartment complex. And I believed him, so I didn't take it out of the check. So, like, 3-4 months goes by. None of the garnishment was coming out. Next thing you know, there's a bench warrant out for me. You know why? Guess why? Because they were taking me to court to show up. And he told me that because he paid him in full, it was all done and settled. So I didn't appear for court to explain why I wasn't doing the garnishment. So I had a failure to appear. I get pulled over on a damn traffic ticket, and I got a fucking bench warrant out. So they got me for exactly what it would have been. This is so funny. They get me for exactly what the garnishment at that point would have been taken out, which was like $1,500. So my bail's $1,500. Suzanne bails me out. I argue when I go back to court because of the failure to appear. I said, Your Honor, first of all, that was against Colorado Car Care, not me individually. So I got the bail back. So they still didn't end up getting paid.
That wasn't your only time in jail.
Oh, I visited.
I've been in jail.
He's got a suit. He's got a suit at home.
That was in They're letting you back in Vegas?
When they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, they ain't shit. That's pretty amazing. That was the most trouble I ever got in my life.
You need to come and play drums.
I can't read literally anything. The big letters. Lights from my eyes or what? I can see pictures.
Let's try to read your email.
Why are you eating a donut? Why? Why?
With diabetes.
With diabetes. I fucking don't understand it.
And a full sugar soda.
No, he doesn't. Well, I didn't drink the soda.
You just have it?
Yes, it is.
I usually drink about a third of it and then throw it.
Why? You're just killing yourself.
I do have it under control.
I understand, but you're just insulting it. Sugar is. Oh, I know. I should avoid all sweets.
I don't smoke.
I don't
diabetes.
I don't do anything else. Smoking and drinking
might be better for you.
your blood sugar, period. The reason you have type 2 is because your body doesn't hear the insulin. Yeah, because you have too much insulin.
I agree. I agree. It's just
that's what type 2 is.
Yeah,
it's resistance.
It just tastes good.
Geez, someone actually called KRDO saying you were making fun of old people. It had to be the same fucking nut. Jesus. I literally got it from Mike. We just had a call. Tom's making fun of old people.
Oh my God.
Again?
He said, the only thing he said is if you're over 90, or the only people that get the post is over 90.
Rick is not over 90.
And who cares if I am making fun? Who cares?
I know.
Don't give a shit.
Listen to Howard Stern. He makes fun.
People are so sensitive. They're all snowflakes.
Look who's talking, stewardess.
I'm the stewardess. I didn't say the I'm just correcting you so you're not foolish and be on an airplane and call them.
When we fly to Vegas Saturday, I'm going to call whoever there, even if
help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Here to help you solve problems and answer questions, take complaints. We're so proud of our track record of 40 years in Denver, solving problems, recovering hundreds of millions of dollars in cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services. This hour brought to you by Rocky's Autos, 63rd and Federal. If you're looking for a used car, truck, SUV, or van, Rockies. Variety and financing, as well as make, model, options, colors, variety. Prices are clearly marked, and you can get approved, or you will. They won't let it go unless you're approved 100% of the time. That is very important because people get tricked all the time into taking cars, and then they have to get a cosigner or bring in more money. And Rockies will not play those games Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 6. RockiesAutos.com, 303-426-4646, 63rd and Federal. All right, so we're solving problems. We have a common man today. Raul came in to say hi to us. Raul Mays, and thank you for being, is it Mays or Mahez? Mays? Okay.
Mays.
Thank you for being here, and we're going to talk about anything you want to talk about. We're also following the buy and build auction at rollerauction.com. If you go there and then scroll down, you'll see buy and build. Go in there and you'll see all of the extraordinary stuff available at buy and build at auction. This is all their big lot stuff that they put up for auction. You can get faucets for, $3. You can get light fixtures for under $10, and you can get floor like hardwood floors, 65 cents a foot.
So then they also have weird stuff like all kinds of toys and stickers and tape and
so anyway, Frank Ball is a collection attorney in town. He does a great job. And, when you have a judgment, that's one thing. But then what do you do with a judgment? Executing a judgment, collecting on a judgment is really important. We've all heard of interrogatories, or I hope you have. That's where you send out questions. Where's your money, basically, we're asking. What do you own? Now, as Frank pointed out before the break, whether or not to attach property, what we all call liens, whether or not to attach property, it might be a decision you want to make first, obviously, because it may not pay to put a lien or to attach certain property. But let's not talk about the judgment part. Let's talk about the procedure. Let's say somebody does own something of value. How do you attach it? I always called it a lien, and Frank says it's technically not a lien. So, Frank Ball, when I want to go after a guy's car because he owes me $3,000 or $4,000, what do I do? It's not a lien. What is it called?
Well, it's an attachment action.
Okay.
And what you need to look at, if you go online and look at Colorado Rules of Civil Procedure, CRCP 402, that really sums it up and tells you what you have to do. But to summarize, what you need to do first is you have to file a motion and you have to post a bond. This is really a lot of inside baseball stuff.
Yeah.
And you want the answer, so I'm giving you the answer.
Yeah, and you want an attorney to do it. We just wanted to know what the procedure. So you
post a bond. Then you have to file the motion.
What's the bond for, Frank?
The bond is to the court to if people make mistakes or if there's a problem, then this is what the plaintiff has to put up. That's why I say it's very difficult procedurally. Then they have an ability, the defendant has an ability to come back after the bond if you do anything wrong.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then you're going to get from the court basically the writ of attachment, and you're going to say, and they have an ability to take lands, tenements, goods, chattels, rights, etc. You're going to say, I want to take this car. It's a 2015 Ford Explorer. Here's the VIN number. Here's the number. Here's the license plate number. I want to take this. Remember, it's better if it's paid for. If there's a higher possessory right, which is if there's a lien against it from the bank, you're going to be hard pressed, and that's another reason for the bond.
Wait, do you have to pay it off to take it, or can you first put the attachment on it and then pay it off?
Yeah, the second part. You can ask to get it, but then in order to finally receive it, you're going to have to pay the bank the money.
Okay.
That's saying it's similar to the foreclosure action. You're wanting to buy the home.
Yeah.
You're wanting to buy the car if there's a lien against the home by the bank for the vehicle.
Now, Frank, when you attach something, are you asking to actually take possession of it or simply cloud the title?
No, you're taking possession of it.
You can't just put an attachment on it without taking it?
No, you're taking it.
Okay.
You're doing an attachment action. Then you have to serve the process. Then you execute on the writ. So then you have to go to the sheriff and say, here's the order of the court. I want to take this Ford Explorer. So then the sheriff goes out and he's going to charge you, and he's going to get whoever he needs to get. They're not going to come with the sheriff's pickup truck and tow it away.
Well, do you have to hire, as the creditor, are you the one that hires the guy to pick it up and take it away, or can you do it personally?
I've never heard of anyone doing it personally.
Okay.
You're going to get a bona fide, and I don't think the court's going to let you do it personally. You have to get a bona fide outfit, because then what you have to do is then you have to store it. Everything has to be, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's not very cost effective.
Right.
Unless it's a lot of money you're
right.
dealing with. Then you're going to store the vehicle.
Okay.
And then in the meantime, the debtor has an ability to come into court and say, hey, wait a minute, I don't owe the money. And then there can be another hearing.
Right.
And then the other issue has to do with if the property you take is over $15,000. We're talking about county court. Then the debtor has an ability to say, hey, wait a minute, I only owe $3,000. They took my $15,000 car, and now I want to buck it up to district court. So now there's more and more red tape,
right?
And you're more and more in cost while you're storing the Explorer, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
But if in fact everything goes well, then let's say let's say it's under the jurisdictional limit. Let's say that the cost you've already paid the cost.
Yeah.
Then you have an ability to auction off the vehicle. You're going to auction it off, so it's a bona fide deal.
Okay.
Then you're going to pay off the lien holder, which would be the bank, and then whatever money is left, you're going to get to apply towards the judgment.
Then let's say you get even excess of that.
Well, then you're going to give that back to the debtor.
Okay. So then and this goes for any property that you take.
Personal property.
Right.
Any personal property, you're gonna jump through these hoops. Yeah.
Years ago, we had a guy that went out. We had a hot tub dealer who was screwing a lot of people, and he went out and got judgments. He did some kind of joinder suit or something. I don't know how he did it, but I remember he heard about it on our show, and he went out and got judgments and got a writ of execution or writs of execution. But anyway, he took hot tubs and literally auctioned off hot tubs, but they were multiple people. And I thought it was ingenious.
Well, and see, that's what there's part of this statute talks about interveners. Let's say that there's 10 judgments. Well, if the other creditors find out about it, they can say, we want a piece of the pie. So you're only going to go after the amount that is owed by you, and then if you collect other monies, to answer your question from a minute ago, the other creditors, attachment creditors, can come in and say, hey, we want this money, even though you did all the work.
Okay. Now, who gets it first? Is it by date of judgment? Like, who gets the money first if there are multiple creditors?
I don't know exactly the answer to that. I assume it would be, first of all, they have to petition the court.
Okay.
I would assume it'd be the people who petition the court first, or the court might go back to the date of the judgment, but I would assume it's first in time, first in right.
Okay, Frank, so a writ of execution is very effective if there is equity and money and it's economically worth it, and then you have liens on real estate. What other things, are those the two main things, other than, of course, the guy just paying you?
Well, no, I don't think people, in terms of attachment actions, typically people aren't, a pro se person, a person on their own is not going to do an attachment action, because if it's $3,000, they're going to spend $3,000 in costs.
No, I understand that, yeah.
So, but mainly what you're going to do is the other actions you're going to take, you're going to do a bank garnishment, a levy, you're going to do an execution, basically a garnishment on people's wages, so you can take 25% of their net. You're going to do that, and then you're going to put a lien on their property, and then I guess the fourth one would be an attachment action if they have something to attach. But mainly, if you can get a garnishment on their wages, that's the most straightforward and easiest. If you know where the bank is and you can do an attachment on the bank, a levy on the bank, that's relatively straightforward.
And some of these people that consumers would be going after are contractors who work on their own. And that's hard to garnish because they don't have a wage, so to speak. They don't have an employer.
Well, you bet. At that point in time, what you have to do is you have to know where they're getting their money, and you have to garnish the money prior to them getting the money.
So you could actually, if you knew they're doing a big home improvement for someone, you can serve that person, that homeowner, I mean an attorney or someone. Obviously, I don't think it's wise for people to try to collect on their own. So they go, so if they go as a legal entity, they go after a homeowner then would be obligated to pay that money to the creditor before they pay the contractor?
Well, you say homeowner, but oftentimes there's a general contractor, so you're going to garnish the general contractor because the homeowner is going to pay the general, and then you're going to say, general contractor, I want to garnish the money that you would pay towards the subcontractor. But if it's true in your example, and you're assuming that you have a homeowner that hasn't paid any money. That's how people get ripped off. You know better than me.
Yeah.
If somebody gives them $5,000 and they say, I need $5,000 more, well, they already got their money, so good luck trying to get money from another homeowner.
Right. Okay, so, Frank, we really appreciate it. I wish that there were more collectors that worked for consumers, but it's just not practical, right? I mean, because you guys have regular account holders, businesses.
Right. Steve, for me, I represent hospitals, I represent agencies, but having said that, I've done lots of onesie-twosies, individual clients for you, Tom.
Yes.
And if somebody calls my office at 303-629-7000 and asks for me and says, I was referred by Tom Martino, I'm going to help them.
Okay. Well, we really, really do appreciate that. Frank Ball, one of the best, 303-629-7000. Again, he doesn't normally collect consumer debt, but I would give it a shot if you're owed a lot of money. I'm serious about that. So, let's talk. Joseph A. Lazzara, another attorney. I hope you never need, Frank, I hope you never need Joe Lazzara, a criminal defense attorney. But listen, people in this day and age, we get calls about shoplifting. Oh, Tom, I didn't mean it. You know, it was in the bottom of my cart or something. And we get calls about drinking and driving. I didn't know. I'm a soccer mom. I had 2 drinks. You know, excuses don't matter when it comes to alcohol and driving. The best rule is just don't do it. Don't drink and drive, or take Uber or Lyft or something. But here's the deal, okay? If you need help, Joe Lazzara is there. It's that simple. Joseph A. Lazzara. You'll find him on my referral list at referralist.com. It's Joseph A. Lazzara, attorney at law, and I hope you don't ever need him. 303-429-6200.
This report. Buy and bill done because the whole thing is a buy and bill throughout the show.
You forgot to do Brent. No, there's a minor crash.
I'll do it coming back. Just tell him I forgot. I flat out forgot.
On the highway, other than a little bit of curiosity flowing. Up in the high country, Highway 6 closed once again in Clear Creek.
As I get older, you people will have more and more of these incidents.
Be careful out there, though.
We all have them.
I've been, like, lately, very spaced out. I mean, it's like,
have you been sleeping
well? No, I just think it's just weird. I just sometimes go in cycles of funkiness and then.
Or as you called it yesterday,
complete clarity. I mean, sometimes I'm just right on, and other times I'm like, who gives a damn? You know.
Well, I have to say, most of the time you're spot on. So.
Those 185s are nice.
Must you know the bank, or you know they work?
Very few people actually know about them. They're nice airplanes.
You still fly, right?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing on the helicopter? No?
He wanted to give me an update yesterday, and I called back, and he said he couldn't hear me on my phone. So apparently it's not done, because I'm sure he would have just said, come pick it up. So this has been ridiculous, and I don't even know what it's going to cost.
It's almost like getting a recall.
The entire overrunning clutch went bad. Now, do you know what an overrunning clutch is? It's one of the most important things on a helicopter. If it locks up, you drop like a brick. If the engine seizes or stops, it allows the rotor to freewheel, which you want, because that's your parachute. Well, mine had a bearing that had crumbled and was inside it.
So you would have dropped like a
rock? No. Fortunately, a jet engine is not hard connected anyway with a shaft. The way it moves is with compressed air, so technically it's air blowing over fins that turn my rotor. So in a jet helicopter, you have an added advantage in that you're not hard connected. It would still have friction, and it would not turn as smoothly.
But you would have survived.
I don't know. I mean, it would have been hard. You'd have to keep that rotor spinning.
How did you figure out, oh, you were in for an annual?
No, there was a leak. That's what pre-flights are about.
I remember you saying that because you were trying to, put stuff in there to find it, didn't you? Oh, no, that was your plane.
That's my other one. So that's what pre-flights are about. I noticed a little leak. Now, so I take a paper towel, and every flight I did it, and when I saw that spot get bigger, I said, okay, we're going. Time to get.
And is it the part that you're waiting for? Or that
Is
you
it a
they
roller
were
clutch?
waiting for?
Because a roller
Because
clutch is like a
didn't you get
one-way
them to
roller
cover
clutch.
it?
It is called an overrunning clutch. It is simply, I know what you're talking about, but it's not really even a clutch, okay? The word is a misnomer, but it's called an overrunning clutch. It literally allows, if the engine is going faster, it allows the engine torque to take over. If the rotor's going faster, the rotor takes over with an engine out situation. When the engine's running, it always follows the engine.
Yeah, that's what a roller, it's a one-way roller clutch. It made me think of, it locks one way and the other way free.
This does not lock.
It doesn't lock either way?
It does not lock.
Nursery rhyme.
Absolutely.
Oh, he does not lock. He said, old
They
mother,
will not
old
allow,
mother
there
Hubbard
is no
went
locking
to the cupboard
mechanism
and
ever.
get her old dog a bone. When she bent over, Rover took over. You said it had and gave her like a cooker, so it's just air.
I heard that in school.
Oh, man. Yeah,
well, he probably said that when I was.
What reminded you of that?
He said rotor to run.
But
there was that
It
song.
shows you how my brain works.
There was that song, I'm looking over.
wheel is there, but there's nothing hard to connect to.
Yeah, that's just exactly
See, that
what
would
a
be
cooker
One
works,
leg
except
is
it's
missing,
fluid.
the other is gone.
You push
One
fluid
is
one direction.
converted,
Yeah.
roller
I
is on. I'm not explaining.
But I didn't know they had that
Just
air
look at the kids.
connection there. That's pretty clever.
You gotta add.
I'm not sure, but I thought that's how turbo props work. No,
I don't know how turbo works.
And so when I would study,
Maybe not. There's a ship umbrella.
Do you think I gotta add that much to my umbrella policy? The company said that. I don't understand what they mean by adding. Just let them know I bought it.
Yeah, here's why. Because if you're in trouble with it, whatever it doesn't cover, its policy, it goes to your umbrella.
Okay. I just don't know where I'd add a vehicle to my umbrella.
Call them. You're probably right.
Hi, Tom Martino here, talking to Brent Ivinson from Ideal Home Loans. Brent, now is he on? He's on broadband. Good. So Brent, with Ideal, he wants to talk about shorter-term loans for some people. And the great thing about Ideal is that you can get a custom term. So what about the shorter terms, Brent?
Well, Tom, what people are finding, I think there's this general perception out there that, hey, if I'm in a 30-year mortgage right now, to go to a 15 is going to double my payment, and that's not the case, and here's why. Interest rates on these products are more competitive than they are on 30-year loans. So what we're finding again and again is we have people calling us with credit card debt that they've got to consolidate, other bills they're wanting to get rid of. We're able to take them to a shorter-term mortgage, and in some cases save them a ton of money every month. But if you're just somebody going from a 30 to a 15, their payment is only going up slightly, but what they are saving is 6 figures in payments and interest by going to that shorter-term mortgage and getting ahead financially in the best way possible.
And that is through Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan. Call them about custom terms or about any other kind of loan, whether you're buying or refinancing. 303-867-7000, idealhomeloans.com. I can't speak about financing to buy without speaking about Frank Duran, the real estate man, who is the absolute best. I can put that label on, the absolute best when it comes to buying or selling real estate, especially if you're trying to list your home. You know, you may have heard that in a great market you don't need a great real estate person. You need a more, because you get so many offers. You have to know how to evaluate the offer and which one to accept and how to negotiate the best price for you. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. 920-1622. So welcome to the show. We are going now to Howard, who has a complaint against Century RV. Howard, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, I hope you're well.
What's happening, sir?
Well, last year at the 2017 RV show, we went in looking at RVs, and we found exactly the model we want. We met a great sales guy who really knew the product from Century RV.
Yeah, they're good people.
We ordered, and they had one built for us. We picked it up in about March. I took it up
March of this year?
Of 17.
Oh, okay.
2017.
Okay.
And took it on a trial run, and without my wife, so that I could swear all I wanted while I was trying to figure out how to use everything.
Yeah.
And so I found some things. We took it back up to Century up north, and in repairing it, the items, they damaged several things.
Well, what did they actually damage?
Okay, so the microwave oven wasn't mounted. It didn't have a mounting kit properly installed in it, so the microwave oven had kind of fallen down into the cabinet.
But hold on, Howard, I want to get accuracy. You said they damaged it, but the microwave from the manufacturer was never installed properly, is what you're saying?
Right.
Okay,
so they got the kit to install it.
Okay.
And now we fast forward to they've installed it properly, and they've put the basil back in place, stainless steel basil around this nice microwave.
What manufacturer? What manufacturer?
It's a Cougar by Keystone.
Okay. All right. So they corrected the manufacturer defect and reinstalled it. Then what? What did they damage?
When they reinstalled it, they ruined the stainless steel ring by powering the screws in too far, and pivoting the ring, and the screws were in at such an angle that the heads didn't sit flat against.
All right, Howard. I'm particular too. Obviously, they would replace that, right?
Right. You would think so.
What did they refuse? Did they refuse to replace the ring that they damaged, Howard?
No, they argued with me about it, so I had to
argued in what way, Howard?
That it was right, that it was all ready to go.
Okay, and you didn't like it. Okay, gotcha.
And I didn't like it. And they had also done some work underneath it.
Can we listen? Here's what I need to do, Howard, and I would do this for anyone. I don't give a damn if it's Century RV or if it's God.
Right.
If you have a complaint, I don't want to hear about the things they fixed, even if you had an argument. What I want to hear about is what is wrong today.
Well, everything's been repaired because we took it to Windish RV.
Okay, so you got frustrated. You got frustrated with Century RV and had your warranty transferred. Is that right?
Right.
Okay, and then what happened?
Frustrated is a light word. Tom, I know you. We've had breakfast together up in Greeley, and we're both pilots, and you would have had a stroke also about this.
Well, Howard, I will tell you that you're probably right, Howard. If I was not getting the service I wanted, if somebody repaired something for me and it wasn't to my standards, I would do either talking to them and allowing them to do it, or I would take it somewhere else and have my warranty transferred. Here's what I want to know, though. If you had your warranty transferred, you're calling to let us know that Century RV did a bad job. Because here's the thing, I like hearing complaints, but I have to believe it's not a regular practice because I can't think of one other warranty complaint we've gotten. And if we did, I would be honest with you.
Yelp reviews. Read their Yelp reviews, Tom. And I met a guy, this is anecdotal, met a guy when we were camping, an Air Force guy just got transferred up to Cheyenne from back east.
Yes.
And he bought an RV from them, had the same sort of problems.
Now, Howard, hold on a sec. Suzanne is saying they offered to fix everything, but Suzanne,
they
that's not...
offered to make it all right, but he didn't want to keep going.
Suzanne, that's not the point.
Okay.
Howard, can I talk, please? I want to...
Yes, sir.
The point is not that they offered to fix it. People can offer all day long, but if it's frustrating where you have to keep telling them how to do it or they did it wrong, I can totally understand why I would go somewhere else. I do understand they didn't refuse service. That's very important to me. But at the same time, if they do have a problem, again, Howard is saying they may, I don't know, if they do have a problem in their service department and they are not doing things correctly, now you're telling me it is absolutely widespread and all over Yelp. Is that right?
Their Google reviews are great. I'm staring at them.
The Google reviews are great.
You got to read deeper, guys. And also,
well, Howard, you can find complaints about Howard. You can find complaints about everyone if you look far enough.
I had a great experience.
Here's what I'm asking: if they truly are substandard and cannot do warranty work correctly, I will take them off my referral list when I find that out. Okay, I absolutely will. But I'm not going to do it based on one complaint. And by the way, I also do not go by online complaints unless those people contact me and I can verify them. Because as far as I'm concerned, most online reviews are bullcrap. They're angry people. And you know what? However, I think you should check them, and I will check them. And we will. Did you talk to them about this problem, Suzanne?
No, I did not.
Okay. So I think they should talk. I think they should be made aware of your displeasure, and then we should get an explanation. That's why. And I think if anyone else has a problem, they should do it too. Because I love knowing this. Now, Howard, nobody prevented you from coming on complaining. You got your pound of flesh. He is saying Century RV absolutely has lousy customer service and terrible warranty work. Okay, Howard, I am honest to God telling you, you are the very first person that has ever complained about them. Okay? So now what do? I look into it. Okay?
Great. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for letting me know. 303-713-TALK. By the way, I'm serious. I cannot make a decision on one complaint when I've never had any others. And by the way, we do that for anyone, whether they're on the referral list or not. If anyone complains about something, I make them tell me what is wrong and what went wrong. He is saying, well, yeah, they were willing to fix it, but I got tired of telling them to redo it because they didn't do it right. That stainless steel ring, it was crooked. The screws were in crooked. They were put in too tight. Okay, we heard you, Howard. And I know people love when they can be heard and when people take it seriously. Now, I have a question. Who would listen to you at Home Advisor? Who would listen to you at Angie's List? Who would listen to you on Colorado's Best? Who would listen to you on, what's the one on Channel 9? Whatever. Who would listen to you? And who would look into it? Truly look into it.
You know, they are.
No one.
They are the largest cougar dealer in the country. That says something.
Yeah.
And I got to say this. I had a perfect experience with them.
Well, yeah, Mark, but that could be, people could say. No, I know, but people could say, well, Mark, of course, you know, they're going to know you have a direct pipeline.
You know me. I shopped everywhere, man. They had the best price.
Okay. So anyway, CenturyRV.com, we'll look into it. And meanwhile, if anyone else has had experiences, let us know. We love hearing about this stuff. Now, something I do take so seriously is these spots we're doing for Raleigh House. So I'd love to hear feedback on the information line we have at the Raleigh House. We have said if you have an addict in your life and you need answers, you can call this line. This is not to enroll, although, of course, you could probably ask them about it. The main reason for this line is to ask questions about cost, insurance, modalities, where are programs available, are there any such thing as free programs, are there 1-week programs, 30-day programs, what do programs do, and how do I approach an addict, how do I know there is a problem, what characteristics, what things do I look for, 720-893-5559, 720-893-5559.
Who wants to complain, let them complain. And if there are more complaints, flush them out. Let's hear them. I don't want to shield anyone. I want to get rid of people who don't belong there. If they don't belong there. But one complaint, Mark. One complaint. You know, Suzanne, when we have one complaint, let them say everything they want. Now, after hearing that, if I get 3 or 4 or 5, then we know, okay, there might be something, right? But we got to hear you. And you know, here's the deal. And this guy sounds contagious, like he wants to complain. That's what it sounds like. I don't know if that's true or not.
Did you say that?
That is funny. Yeah, that's true. He did. He sure did.
So Tom, remember I said that? How do you know if you're talking with the pilot or not? In the first 5 minutes, were you talking to
Oh,
him?
he tells you.
How was a perfect example?
He works it in. I don't tell him.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying he did.
What a beautiful day. That'd be great for flying.
But you know what? I have found that the biggest assholes deal with.
There's a new show. It's about an airline that flies from California to Vegas. Half-hour comedy show.
Oh, really? It's like Wings was, huh? Like,
Yeah.
remember Wings?
But it's you know, an airline.
Mark, one of our Facebook watchers, he calls in sometimes, Video John. He wants to know if you registered your drone with the FAA.
Yes, I paid the $1 or whatever it was.
I think it's $5. And then Tom, I did not forward that to Century RV.
Because it's fixed. They need transfer.
Because it was fixed and transferred.
Yeah, but they probably want to know.
I know, and then I sent it to Mark.
probably
I'm not
forwarded
throwing you under the bus, but I sent it to you, and you're like, what? That's too freaking long to read. I'm not reading all that. And I'm like, okay.
I don't care if he's a pilot. He starts off his fucking complaint with who he is.
But here's the point. I think that they would want to hear about it.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I think that's everybody wants to hear it. They should
I don't
want
even
to
know
hear
who
that
to send it to, but I'll find out.
Who do we send it to, Mark?
Mark, do you have a contact for
Ray.
Century RV?
That's the thing. We have so few.
It goes to Ray. The only complaints I've ever gotten off of them, and they're up front. I was there, man. I promise you this. They had no idea the first time we went there when they were showing us shit who the fuck we were. No idea. So, the only complaints we've gotten over the years on them is this.
It was windy though.
They make money on the financing like any other dealer in the world. And for the prices they list on the website, you've got to have the financing.
Oh, well, what's wrong with that?
There's nothing. That's the only complaints. When people walk in there to pay cash, they don't get it.
If you pay cash, oh, you can't pay cash and get that price.
Not the ones on the website, but it says all over the website includes financing.
No, wait a minute.
Because they get money for the financing.
So they can sell it cheap. Well, what if you pay it off in a couple days? Can you do that? Get it for the cheapest?
I don't know. I pay cash. I fucking don't know.
So if you pay cash, you get a better deal financing with them?
Yep, because they're selling the loan, I'm sure.
I understand that part.
Some of these are like fucking mortgages to people. You know, 150 grand.
Why couldn't you trick that by, just...
I think if I had to guess, you've got to hold it probably for a year or something.
Then just had a complaint when you went there.
But if you save money, what would be wrong with doing that, Mark? There would be nothing wrong. If you can save money and keep it for a year loan, what's wrong with that?
I don't think anything's wrong with it. I think all the RV dealers are like that. Or they hold the paper themselves and maybe just want to make that interest for a year. I don't know. But it's very evident that's how they work. There's no doubt. But that's been the only complaints I get.
Mark, you've also walked into your deal knowing that brand new RVs have a lot of problems.
Dude, I shop Texas, Florida. I shop the biggest one in the world out of Texas.
Well, a freaking arm length.
Oh fuck! Everything I read said everything I read said the first 6 months I'm gonna have fucking trim issues everywhere. Doesn't matter where you buy it.
My little airplane has no problem. My Cirrus had.
I had a hydraulic problem. They're fixing it right now. They came out and picked it up.
What is it that's wrong?
A fucking wire was loose. So when
they just must be so complicated because
God, you look at them, they're insane. There's so much shit. It's an apartment. It's like a fucking transformer.
That one wiring bundle's that big around.
Watch your language.
Yeah, but the new one.
We need a jar. We need a fucking A jar.
The big iron, the marathons, the Pravos. I've had
We'll start saying that like that.
Hardly any wiring.
Fucking pile.
There's a can scan.
They can. They always do work.
They do.
Man, it's cold out today. Not a good day for flying.
They do. I swear.
Most of my buses are
That's not me. Like I walked in just now.
And Howard, I say, perfect example.
I guess it's called camp, which is something area.
We ate breakfast together. We're both pilots.
It's something like
What's
that.
the word of the day today?
Hey, you need help with that bag? No, I'm fine. I'm used to opening my cockpit door.
Is Al calling in?
And throwing my luggage in my plane.
Fucking
Pro Auto Care.
You need someone to service your car, Pro Auto Care. You want a repair, Pro Auto Care. Do you want somebody who's going to nag you about, and I'm just kidding, the gentle reminders by text and email. I love that with Pro Auto Care. I call them my car nanny. They do my service. They keep it. They keep all the records. It's wonderful. Of course, you know, Purifoy would do any of the warranty work I have. I get my vehicles there. And anyway, with Pro Auto Care, what I love is the longevity in business, the roadside assistance and guarantees in between every single service. You get 36,000 miles, so that's basically virtually in between all service. You have roadside assistance. That's and they're having car care clinics, okay? April 14th in Denver and April 21st in Littleton from 9 in the morning to 11. They're going to talk to your kids, to you, to your husband, wife, whatever, about car maintenance in general, how to keep a car. I think it's a great thing to take your students to, really. Here's the number to register, 303-PRO-AUTO. That's it, 303-PRO-AUTO. Now, I want to try this new headset, and please don't cry, Brutus, because I know the quality isn't going to be the same because it's a roving headset. So just put up with it just for one call, okay? And then let me know how bad it sounds. And people who are listening on the air, would you email live@troubleshooter.com and tell me if you think it sounds that bad? All right, so I'm going to switch out right now. We're going to, meanwhile, talk to Kelly about Metro
Mix.
What's Metro Mix?
Don't they do concrete for concrete companies or cement?
Kelly, what is your problem, dear?
Hello?
Oh, it's a sir. Sorry. I'm going to call you dear anyway. So what's your problem, Kelly?
All right. So we've been doing a construction project on our property, and our contractor's been fighting with Metro Mix because they reinterpreted the transcripts into delivering, instead of 1.5 yards, they delivered 3.5 yards on 2 different trucks.
Okay, so say this again. I just switched my headset. So you had a contract with them to do what?
No, I had a contract with my contractor to take care of this work. Like, I've never actually talked to them. So your contractor is the one that had Metro Mix? Yes.
And what did Metro Mix do wrong?
So they basically, we had a big pour. It was a 32-yard pour.
Okay.
And they ordered this on the first truck, so we had to do a reorder and order another additional 1.5 yards to finish the job.
All right, so what went wrong?
They sent us 3.5 yards on 2 different trucks.
But what's wrong? What happened? What did they not match, or what? What's going on?
Well, now they're trying to bill us for that extra 2 yards that we didn't need.
They sent more than that was. They sent more than what was ordered. Is that what you're saying, Kelly?
But did your guy order it by mistake, or did they send it by mistake? That's the big deal, right?
They sent it by mistake.
Well, then how can they charge you for it?
Well, that's what we've been fighting, because the account is actually it just hit 30 days.
But
this bill just hit.
Did you guys use the extra cement?
What did you do?
We didn't. We sent it back.
Okay, but how can they justify it? If your guy ordered it by mistake, they're saying, look, we're not taking it back. We're not, we can't take it back. But if they sent it, but here's the thing. When you say they sent it, concrete companies don't do that. You have to order what you want. They don't just arbitrarily send out concrete. Just talk, Clint. Why?
Okay, I'm sorry. I've ordered tons of concrete for pouring hanger floors.
And
there's usually a 3.5 yard minimum on the trucks.
So this could have been. Could that be it? That it was a minimum, Kelly?
Well, because our order was already 32 yards, they waived the minimums on that.
Well, first of all, 32 yards would go beyond the minimum anyway, so that doesn't matter. Yeah. So, do they acknowledge that they sent the extra yards?
Yes, and basically what they're saying is the person that works at the yard, the mixer, whatever that mixes it, puts it in the truck, they interpret it improperly, so they just send it, but they're going to bill us anyway.
Now, what do you mean? What do you mean interpreted it improperly? That's sounding more sensible, because concrete, this is not, listen, with concrete, you don't work this way. You do not call the concrete company and say, I need concrete, figure out how much I need and send it. That doesn't work that way. Here's what happens. The concrete guy calls and says, I need 32 yards at this address. That's how it works. So, or they put in a written PO. So I want to know, what did they interpret wrong? How do you interpret it wrong? Was it handwritten and it was weird looking? What does that mean, interpreted wrong?
Well, that's the thing is, I don't know, because all this stuff is
okay, we have to call them. We're going in circles. Just hold on. Because really, we're not getting anywhere, Kelly. If they sent you extra concrete on their own, you don't owe the money, and we can help you fight it. If these people just arbitrarily, let's send some more concrete, what the hell? And we're going to charge them for it. It just doesn't make sense. Your guy may have put in the order wrong. They have no vested interest in sending out more concrete than you need.
Well, okay, so
Kelly, what am I not? What am I not hearing? What am I not hearing?
So basically, I already consulted my attorney about it, and the attorney says, "Look, you know, they actually do this all the time because they are such a big company. It doesn't matter.
They don't do it.
The little guys.
Oh, come on. They automatically. What he's saying is they always send out more concrete than is needed on purpose so they can bill their customer. Is that what they're saying?
Well, he said they don't normally send it out on purpose, but since they're such a large company, they can force those charges on the other people, which is basically what they did to us.
But but it all comes down to this. There is a number, and you put the number on the order. It's 30, 50, 60. Your contractor wrote a number down or called it in. What number did your contractor put down?
32 yards.
Then when they said, we misinterpreted it, and by the way, it doesn't matter, we're charging you anyway, you know what? I don't believe you. Kelly,
well,
I don't believe they said that.
Contractor, and I'll send you the transcripts.
What transcripts?
So what they did, the actual yard transcripts from my contractor to Metromix.
Okay, but what I don't believe is that I don't believe that they would say, you know what? We misinterpreted how much concrete your guy needed, and you're going to pay for it anyway. What they would say is, your guy wasn't clear, and we sent this much to be safe, and you're going to pay for it. I'm tired. I'm not doing circles anymore. Kelly, I want to help you. Honest to God, I do, but it makes no sense. Am I the only one here saying blah, 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 blah? It makes no sense. That's what I'm saying. Blah, 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 blah. It makes no sense.
It's not terrible.
No, it sounded good.
It sounds weird. All bullshit. You're just making trouble.
Got to be.
You're just making fucking trouble.
I'm going to use, what do you call a pregnant stewardess?
A pilot error.
That's cool.
The court. But it would be a flight attendant.
Don't look for trouble.
No, it wasn't terrible.
No, I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think
but I won't use it all the time. I'll use it when I need
just don't, when you touch it is when you
I just need it. I don't know why.
Well, I flipped on the air feed to see how it's touched over the air, and it's not as noticeable as you would think it would.
Okay, so if I can get my whiteboard now, Danielle,
what do you think?
I don't think it's
stop making trouble.
I'm not making trouble.
I mean, it's different.
I got one for you.
It sounds like using his helicopter.
Mark, I have one for you.
We're going to put yours was rattling around, but after you quit touching it, sounds great.
Well, we have to. We have a whiteboard over here.
The problem
but we won't use it until you need it. Then you come over and put it on.
I'll just carry it this way.
I'll have this one here.
The problem you're going to have with it is you move around so much, and every time you move, it makes noise.
Now, you know, I do have a stick cord and a headset.
Plus, he kind of sounds like Darth Vader in it.
You know what? Would we have the same delay with a mic as we have with headsets? Because I could always use a wireless mic and just wired headsets. But with a wireless mic, because I can get a really good mic, my Electro voice, and wireless in it.
You may not even be able to get a good signal.
I just want to presentation. Hey, Mark, I want to get a whiteboard now. I'm going to get a whiteboard too.
Sure. How are you going to get it here? Oh, you're getting a little.
Well, I would say like this, Mark. I don't want to get a giant one.
And then they probably came up short, which happens all the time. And when they had to call
Needs
back,
to be pretty big.
3x4, 3x4.
No.
I paid it over and over.
Like, seriously, the size of that window type thing.
Oh, no, I'll never draw that much, really. I wouldn't. I would say, and I don't want to say what I want to do is get a good-sized whiteboard and have one camera on it all the time, but not tight on it, with just a little of me in it.
Oh, they're not Bluetooth. You just got newer, longer ones to walk around in.
A little bit of those half-inch.
Oh, I thought they were going to be Bluetooth.
I like it. I really do. I want to use it.
No, I think it's good.
Buy and build, Josh Milton's on to talk about the auction. I told him he just called for you.
And then Jim the Salsa Man's on. I said, you got to bring salsa in for us.
Who's Jim the Salsa Man?
Could you call
Chip.
I
told him extra spicy on the salsa.
Remember Ming and Cheese? Remember that Ming guy that brought in his own, what do you call it? Mingarita.
Why would they?
God, we're afraid.
I come up short.
Somebody got rid of that stuff. I was going to grab a bottle.
Oh, I got some. I'll bring it.
But did they come up short?
You got cases of Mingarita.
He said the first truck they had enough.
Well, 10 yards fits on each.
Did you have any of it?
Look, it's all I said.
I thought we left the bottle for you.
Someone had taken out the refrigerator.
Find out something. And then we got to do your follow-ups. My God.
I don't know what.
Do you have a five?
A Mingarita.
You know, if Daphne can't
Hey, Clint,
you're here.
I'm
so
still here.
what I got from this thing, they ordered 30 yards, they needed 3 more yards, and they sent out 2 trucks with 3.5 each.
When Rick said, you need to make.
Why would they send one thing? Why would they send 2 trucks?
It's a lot of times when
Just
you
call
order
them,
pizza,
Clint. We won't.
yeah,
We can
they put
speculate all
extra
day long.
toppings on
And
it
they
and charge
they may tell
because
you.
that's the whole
I don't
deal.
know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Not that, sending 2 trucks out with 3.5, you can hold 7.
Do you think that they have maybe instead of exactly 32, they have a range that goes 32 to 34?
No.
Did you drink the Mingarita?
No.
Did a what?
Did you ever drink Mingaritas? Remember Ming came in and he
Yeah, the guy
brought
that ate
homemade
dogs?
Mingaritas.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever try it?
I did.
Oh, do you remember Tom's face when I said, "Hey, you eat dogs, don't you?"
Oh, my God.
Hey, you were like, "What the?" And he's like, "Yeah, where I grew up." And what did he say?
Oh, he's a boy again.
Yeah. Remember they had a restaurant in his town that just had dogs.
Everything that walked, he ate.
Everything that walked.
When Newark Airport first opened, and we started, they had a
When you were a
Chinese,
stewardess?
Yeah, when I was they had a Chinese restaurant in the new airport, which they didn't at the old. And we'd all eat there, and they got busted for cat.
Are you done with Kelly yet?
Yeah.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Fix it 24/7. Get him to your home. A licensed professional for $39 to diagnose any problem with plumbing, heating, or electric. And that's just $39, no matter how long it takes. And then they give you a full written report, complete with parts and labor. If you decide to have any work done, and you will never get the amount of work done from this company with this company for the same price anywhere else. They do more work at a better value. And here's what they do. They give you the choice. If you decide to have the work done, if you need anything done, they will credit you the $39. Fix it 24/7. A professional in your home, that's the call charge and complete diagnostic, no matter how long it takes. For plumbing, heating, or air. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. And that's fixmyhome.com. Jim the Salsa Man has a comment on that concrete company. I am just puzzled. Now, Kelly, I hope he's still listening. We want to help him, man, but we just are confused. What do you think happened, Jim?
Well, you're absolutely right, Tom. Whoever ordered it, they don't mess that up. That's all weighed to the ounce as far as when they make the concrete. So that concrete just doesn't come in a drum. It comes out of aggregate piles. And they mix X amount of everything to come together. So when the contractor put in the order, he put in the order for this. They don't just send that out because it's their money.
I know.
That'd be like us.
Okay, so
that we do.
what do you think? What do you think they meant when they said we misinterpreted it? I don't even know. But you're going to pay anyway. I can't even believe they said that.
It makes no sense.
Clint, did you talk to Kelly off the air? Did he hang up?
He doesn't have the numbers for Metro Mix for me to call yet.
Okay. Well, okay. Yeah.
I could leave you my number if he wants to call back in. I'll talk to him a
Why?
little.
Do you know a lot about it?
I know a little bit about it, enough to try to get this guy educated. That's the problem.
Yeah, but we want to talk to Metro. No, I want to actually talk to Metromix and say, why are you charging him for concrete they did not order? That's really the question. Why are you? And because that seems to be the question. Why are you doing this? They didn't order it. Why? And so we're going to figure it out. Nick, what's going on with you, Nick?
Hey, Tom.
What's happening?
So, actually, we moved out of Colorado up to Michigan. We're staying with some friends right now, and with the equity that we had from our house in Colorado, we're going to be able to buy a house with cash out here.
Okay.
And so I just kind of want to know what the steps I need to take as far as going through, say, we've got inspection today at a house that we like.
Well, because you're doing cash, and I assume you don't mean literally greenbacks, you mean cash, meaning a cashier's check or a wire, but you're going to pay for it without a mortgage. And because you don't have a mortgage, because you don't have someone taking a security interest, you have no one looking out for you. You could technically do it without homeowners insurance. You could technically do it without a survey. You can technically do it without title insurance. People take that for granted. When you pay cash, when you can buy your own home, you don't need any of those things, but you should get them. So you should have a boundary survey, an improvement survey, and make sure that everything is proper, okay? When you pay cash, you don't have a bank breathing down your neck or a lender. They usually make sure everything is right. Why? Because if they have to foreclose, they want to make sure everything is cool. So that's your first thing. Boundary survey, improvement survey, and make sure everything's cool. Then you have to go and make sure the house is cool through an inspection, obviously. And then you want to make sure you get title insurance from a good title insurance company. And that's it. You know, regular homeowners insurance. All of that. And then you'd be fine. There's no magic other than that. If I were you, though, I would get a real estate broker, and I would say, be a transaction broker for me, and I'll pay you a small fee, or hire an attorney just for one transaction.
Okay, so, scenario. Two people, doesn't matter. Multiple people own a piece of property. A house, okay? One person has a judgment against them, okay? That person goes bankrupt. What happens to that interest in the house if the other people don't want to sell?
They have to, he has to buy it out. He has to buy it out.
Or they can't buy it out.
Well, then the trustee can order the house sold to distribute.
Even though there's other people.
That's right. He can order or they give them a choice. If you want to pay us his share, or they discharge the bankruptcy. Let's say it's called against public interest, or they get an attorney that say our people are being damaged, no fault of their own. Then what could happen is a judge could rule you're not selling the house. Then the trustee would say, well, you're not going bankrupt. And then they simply dismiss.
Don't allow the bankruptcy.
Right. But they have to dispose. They cannot keep equity. They cannot, unless it's a certain amount and it's their primary residence and all of that.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying that.
Somehow, some way, he would pay for it. And you say he can't pay for it, but he could. If he doesn't have any other debt, they'll set up a monthly.
Well, I think more of a scenario if 4 people owned a house, 4 roommates, but they ended up buying the property. And one of them's got a judgment and has some equity.
It screws them up. They're going to want that equity.
I just wonder how the fuck they get it. If the other people couldn't buy it out.
Frank Ball would know. That's a good question. But it's definitely something that has come up.
Like even husband and wife, they own the house jointly. The loan is joint, the deed is joint, everything's joint. There's one, the husband or the wife has a BK.
Well, that's an exciting.
What do you do?
You count all the assets,
Yeah, if I went back.
and then you take the debt. And she's going to have to pay, you have to pay in the value of your assets.
Yeah,
If you can't
you're
sell it.
basically saying you'd have to force them to sell the house if there's no money.
Or if they put up a payment plan and they say, this is how much it will take to settle your, even a Chapter 7, and this is how much you're going to pay over 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 years. This is it. And then they basically do the discharge, and you have a bill that survives bankruptcy and get to keep the asset. I had a payment plan. I just paid it off. But they set it up for me as a payment plan. I had to pay $3.5 million.
Yeah.
Metro Mix says none of this makes any sense to them either.
Exactly.
The three, it depends on the company. On the 3 yards, they'll send out as little as a yard, but there's still a 3 yard, what they call.
But he said 2 trucks and 3.5 yards each.
Can I
order
explain
3 yards?
If I order 12 yards or 13 yards, it's up to them to fill that.
Yeah.
They tell me, well, you can't buy 13, it has to be 15. Then they have to tell me that, and I have to approve it. So, okay. But they can't arbitrarily say, you're short. Now, if the contractor turned up short and needed 2 more yards, and they say, sorry, it's 3 yard minimum, that's different too.
Yeah, or
that's why we need to know.
Yeah, or it's called a short load fee.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Why would they send 2 trucks out? They ordered 3 extra yards and sent 2 trucks out with 3.5.
No, she said they hold 10 yards. They wouldn't.
Hold on. Well, the guy's lying. They're not lying. The guy is misunderstanding you.
I said, just know that they have everything documented.
So
I do not need Jim used to deal with to actually bring the 3 yards on the truck. It's also the extra on the truck. They'd actually batch the 3 yards.
That's all I'm saying is what he said.
Yeah.
They said 2 trucks out, 3.5 yards each for the extra.
She said, no, they're not that screwed up. They're
Saturday, mostly sunny, a high of 52. The flood control district of the 7-county metro area, protecting people.
She said they would only send 2 trucks if it exceeded 10 yards.
That's not what he said.
Oh, I did the Second Century when I was doing that thing. I did it.
I'll bet you they got it mixed up that they had 2. It was a double order.
Well, they had 32 yards, so I bet they had 3 yards, 3 trucks with 10 yards. Then another one came with.
But I still have a plumb line.
Don't pay it.
Or 3 yards.
But they won't charge a minimum.
Take them to club small claims and then you can send them.
No, might be a minimum profit on that one.
Yeah, it's
probably
true.
They charge you on top of that and pay us 2 trucks with small loads. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah.
There's no way that they would have done that if they would have ordered just 3 yards.
If you order 32 yards, it's going to be 4 trucks. 3 at 10, and 1 with 2 yards.
They would not charge a minimum on that.
No, I agree. I agree with you. But what I'm saying is they came up short with captains all the time. The next truck came back with a small load. So the last 2 trucks had short small loads. They didn't charge for the one on the 2 yards.
Okay, well, now you're getting into how the whole procedure went.
What do you call it? Deathly ill.
Terminal. And you know, Dan, it depends. This is different, a little bit different than the company I used to have. I mean, you. Okay. All right, I've had a hard week there.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show, the longest running show on radio with the same host currently on the air. We are here recovering dollars for you. We have so many follow-ups to talk about. First and foremost, Clint, how many follow-ups do you have? You're working on stuff. We had good things done for people. We got the our problem child, we call it, our project. We the failure to launch kid got into a deal with a car. Really wasn't thinking. He's keeping his job at least, and he hasn't switched jobs yet because we said, you know, we got to evaluate any new offers. We're trying to guide this kid. And he's had nothing but trouble. And he got into a car deal, 21% interest. They let him out.
Yeah, and you know, Tom, I got to say, he is listening to you and listening and paying attention to what we're doing. I mean, he called in on that thing, and
yeah, but he called in after.
Well,
obligated. After he obligated him.
He's listening really good.
But he did take your advice. He wanted out of the deal, and I talked to the Ford dealer. Groove Auto, yes, and they were absolutely wonderful about it. They said they don't want to ruin the kid's life.
What other follow-ups do you have?
ABC Asphalt was actually a roofing company. The people got their $1,000 refund.
Okay,
and,
because they didn't start the work. They took the money, did not start the work. That's great. We had $1,000 to our total. What else?
And Craig was having a problem with 2 banks because he used the wrong card at an ATM.
Now, that was weird. I didn't even know you could do that. He had one card from one bank he put into the machine of another bank. Now, how do you even do that? So what happened when he did that?
What I got him to do was put the money...
No, he deposited $500, but it went nowhere. But is it even true that you can take one card from one bank and put it in the machine of another bank?
I don't know. They haven't resolved it, but what I got them to do was put the money back in the account until they resolve it.
Back in what account?
In his, they put it was only $100, but they put it back.
I thought it was $500.
They did credit his account for $100 until they finished investigating.
Which bank did it? Which bank? Was that the bank of the machine or the bank of the card? Which one refunded? Key Bank was the one with the card.
I think so.
Okay, so what else do we have?
That's
good
it for now.
Okay, good. And then, Daphne, we have a follow-up. We sent you to check out a firearms training course for concealed carries with who?
WD Firearms Training.
And you and
they're
your
on
husband,
the referral list.
Yes, you and your husband went.
Yes.
Did you like it?
Very, very much.
Did you get hands-on?
Very much hands-on, and
really?
That is what they are all about. Safety, hands-on. A lot of the studying for the concealed carry was done before they send you, so you read about it, you really study up. Then when you get into the class, it's a combined class. It's about firearm safety, basic handgun skills, defensive strategies, and concealed carry, which is mostly laws. And
so that's what I like. They do more than just go over the law. And they actually teach you, here's the safety, here's a gun, here's how you load it, here's how you hold it.
Exactly. And there is a simulator, which was phenomenal because it generates a scenario
of a shoot and no shoot kind of thing.
Exactly. So you get to see what your response is. I got all 3 of them. I was so proud. But I tell you, the team of officers and the amount of knowledge that was in that classroom was staggering. These are impressive, amazing people.
So it's called what?
It's called WDN Firearms Training.
Okay.
Their number is 720-271-3267.
Cool.
You can find them on the referral list also. Great training.
So are you packing now?
No, I'm going to do a lot more training.
All right, I want to talk to Josh up at Buy and Build about the auction. If you guys go to rollerauction.com right now, and then scroll down that list. The Roller Auction has a lot of different auctions, and Buy and Build is one of them today. It closes out in an hour, I believe, right, Josh, in an hour?
Yes, sir.
And there are things going for literally pennies. Do you have any of the good deals there that people should get in on right now?
Yeah, right now we got about 4 full kitchen sets up there.
Of cabinets?
7 of kitchen cabinets, about 8 complete bathroom vanity granite.
How much are these kitchen sets going for right now? The lowest?
I believe like $400 or $500 and up.
Oh man!
Just depends on what people bid them up to, you know. But I mean, they start off pretty low and inexpensive. I got pre-hung doors, tile, flooring. You know.
What is the most unusual stuff you have? Because Courtney once in a while gets some crazy stuff that he puts up on the auction. He had some amplifiers, guitars, different things. What? Anything weird this time?
Yeah, we definitely got a few musical instruments that we got up there. Some clear vessel bowl sets, unusual faucets.
Oh, very cool.
So.
Okay, so this is closing at 1. What happens when it closes? Will the bid be put in right before it closes? Do you automatically get it at that point? How does it work?
I believe that they allow time. Like if bids are still going on to items, they increase the time limit on there until everyone's done bidding on options. So even at 1 o'clock, as long as you're still bidding, I think that you can still keep it going. So
if you're looking for toilets. Oh my goodness, they're like under $100, and they're beautiful toilets. You have those, and All you have to do is bid. The good part is, it's not good for you, but the good part is there are so many items compared to people that inevitably somebody can find such a screaming deal, you'll never find it again. You'll get a light fixture for $3 or something, or you'll get tile, or you'll get plumbing. Plumbing is big time. Man alive. Those plumbing, those kitchen faucet sets, I mean, these sets can normally go for $300 or $400. I see one here for $9.67. No, wait, that's the next bid required. The current bid is less than that. There's one here for $13.98. That person may very well get this beautiful faucet set that if you go to a plumbing supply house or even Home Depot, you're going to pay $249. So, anyway, thanks, Josh. We appreciate it. Now, you guys, if they have any questions, can they call the store?
Yeah, definitely. You can call us at 303-295-6022. Ask for me, and I can give you guys any information you guys need on it.
So if you guys have any kind of help you need with the auction, 303-295-6022. Let's talk to Joseph. Sorry you had to hold Joseph. What's going on, sir?
Yeah, Mr. Martino.
Yes, sir.
I want to compliment you on your show. I know a lot of people complain.
Yeah.
I think they should. I think they should. Well, I don't know. I think you about it for.
Well, thank you. I'm looking for
service.
I'm looking for a statue somewhere in Denver, maybe with a courtyard in my honor. But we'll see about that, brother.
I hope so.
I'm just kidding, Joe.
You should do two shows.
Okay.
One in the morning and one at night.
Yeah,
because people at night
weekends
get off of work and they love you.
I think we need a weekend edition for sure. So what's going on with you, Joseph?
Okay, Mr. Martino, I'm looking for a home warranty that will.
Why do you want a home warranty?
Because I own about 5 properties.
Okay.
And one of them, not my properties, but the same area, one of them has a water leak. Okay, go ahead.
Here's what I think, truly. And I won't tell you anything I wouldn't do myself. I would not.
I know.
I cannot endorse any home warranty company for you, especially in your circumstances, because they don't pay for themselves. They're not worth it. There are too many exclusions, too many outs, and I don't know of one good one. Not one. Now, if I had to go with one, I don't. Okay, now I'm saying if I had to. I wouldn't do it, but if I had to, believe it or not, even though I was all over them, I think the Home Smart with Excel, now listen, I've been all over them because I think they're improving. Let's put it this way. After our meeting, I think they sincerely want to improve. I would probably look at the Home Smart program, but I would go with none. But if I had to pick one, they're probably the best of the bad, and they're all bad. So that's all I can tell you. They do not pay for themselves. It would be better for you to get a manager who knows how to shop and really take control. It would be cheaper to pay for that and to keep preventive maintenance than it would a home warranty company.
What do you think about American Home Shield? No good?
Now, when I say no good, they're all no good. You understand? In my opinion. Yeah. In my opinion. Read the exclusions, man. None of them cover problems. They only cover manufacturer's defects. Do you understand that? There is no previous wear and tear. There are no pre-existing conditions. There are no owner abuse. Nothing. What's covered is a manufacturer's defect. I should even say this. A manufacturer's defect that occurred after you start the warranty. So what is it covering? I mean, how old are your houses?
Well, I have a duplex, pretty old. And
okay.
How old? Maybe about 40, 50 years.
The appliances, tell me, if you have 30-year-old appliances or a 20-year-old furnace, what manufacturer's defect has not manifested?
Yeah.
Listen, use your common sense. By the way, why are you asking about this? Are you getting a lot of bills and repair costs?
No, because a neighbor of mine he had a problem with the water line.
Yeah.
And they had to dig in the backyard.
Yeah.
And they charged him an arm and a leg. So he told me it'd be better if you get because the house is old, if you get like home warranty.
No,
they recommended American Shield.
I disagree. Okay, it doesn't mean you should take my advice. It means I disagree. I don't like it. Now, I haven't read American Home Shield's warranty contract in a while.
Right.
But if you get it, would you call me and just tell me you want to look at one, or maybe we can find one online, and let's look at what's the most important part of an insurance policy, a warrant or a warranty. Do you know the most important part?
Yeah.
What?
Probably the sewer and the water line.
The exclusions are the most important part.
Okay.
So is it called American Home Shield? Yes, right?
Yeah.
American Home Shield. I'll see if I can pick up this warranty and read it during a break. I suggest, and you can keep listening, but Joseph, before you sign anything, call me, okay? What we'll do is we'll have, you can shop around, but before you buy something, please give me at least, a chance to look it over with you. Plumbline Services does plumbing inspections, heating inspections, electrical inspections. They do inspections. Now, they don't want to be a home inspector, right? But if you own a home and you want them to go through your system, they will. They'll go through your system and tell you what's wrong. And you can believe them, and they're honest. They also do free second opinions. So if you're told you need a furnace, a water heater, a service change, something big, they will give you free second opinions. And you can trust them. PlumbLineServices.com. It's a company I know and trust, and I've known and trusted them for years. I knew them when they first started out. I know them now. Multiple vans serving the entire metro community. 303-386-1086. 303-586-1086.
This report is brought to you by Lowe's.
Cargill, you just want to wait on that until we maybe have a little more.
What are we doing right now to figure out if it is their fault?
So CSU,
are they doing
veterinarian? Yeah, they're trying to decide if they're going to put that puppy down and doing crop seed.
I don't know, man. That Mike.
FDA's involved.
Why don't they call it an autopsy?
Because when it's an animal, it's a necropsy.
What's that, Mark? What did you say, Mark?
When you get a little loud, it pops, man.
Oh, well then,
the mic.
And the FDA has been notified because when dog food crosses state lines.
What is it, a necropsy?
Necropsy.
So they don't do an autopsy?
But for an animal, it's called a necropsy.
But it must be different, though. I mean, autopsy isn't just humans, is it? Have you heard of it?
Yes.
Really? This is what you're thinking about with an overrunning collection.
Yeah.
And that's
I'm looking it up now. Yeah. Did you do the update on that?
No, I was asking him if you wanted to or if you wanted to wait.
It's a good one.
It is, but.
It does not do this. That's why what I'm saying is it's really.
Why do we think it's just for humans?
I don't know, but they call it a necropsy.
It's wrong to call it a collection.
Yeah, but I just think that's a different.
I don't know why they call it that.
See, here, this is a fucking definition.
See, these are tractors.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's just cause of death.
But they do a full panel.
It's a roller bearing. It's a roller bearing, but it'll only turn.
I'll bet.
What? Back the other way, locks up.
There's no way.
Keep something going one way. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's not. Yeah, I know. It's more.
Look, it's all the same. Post-mortem examination. This is just a synonym.
Right. It's a synonym.
It's cinnamon. It's cinnamon.
Yeah, that's what it's meant to do.
It's not
Do you want to wait on Cargill? It's up to you. Okay.
Well, actually, look.
So Monday's going to be hard for me to work on it because I'm going to be in here taking care of, running.
Oh,
so hopefully by tomorrow we'll have, and then I can update easily from the first season. So. All right. It was nice meeting you. Interesting job he did. You know
that is a good story, man. You don't want to do that now? That German Shepherd thing?
Nope, I want to make that get more. And I want to get.
And I still need to watch the video too.
Bro, what did
them
you do? I
opening
didn't
it,
get a
so.
chance to work for CBI and the forensic.
But we're not talking about the video.
Evidence technicians.
We did.
What do you do then? I mean, that is technician.
He does evidence. You still do it?
But gunshot. I do not. No, I don't. I'm doing any of the analysis, so that taking the evidence from the agencies that submitted to for the lab for forensic examination.
You know what's weird is CBI, most states, the State Patrol does a lot of that. In Colorado, CBI does all that stuff. And State Patrol does nothing but really highway, right?
Yeah.
Accidents.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, we don't have really a state police. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like some states.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. David Salisbury, attorney at law, wants to know, he's going to answer this for us, who can be a personal representative? I hear this all the time. Tom, I need, and they used to call them executors, I need help. Who do I get to help? What do I do when I die? Who represents me? What's the answer, David? Do I need an attorney?
No, you don't need an attorney. And really what I wanted to say was, you know, if you have a will, you've named somebody in there as your personal representative, and unless a court determines that they are inappropriate for some reason, that's who's going to be the personal representative. The problem comes when you don't have a will. Now who's the personal representative? Well, the statute, the law has a pecking order. So if you're married, your wife becomes the personal representative. Not married, the kids. No kids, then your parents. No parents, now you're down to your siblings, and it goes down to nephews and nieces. So you get the opportunity, if you do a will, to say, I want this person to be my personal representative. If you don't have a will and you don't designate someone, then the law is going to take it into their hands, and they may appoint someone you don't want.
That's very good information. We need to do that and make sure, and we should have a backup too, right?
Yes, you should always have a backup.
David Salisbury will answer any of these questions you have. Always initial consultations are complimentary, and then if you use him, he does block pricing for each item. It's not like he nickels and dimes you for every hour. You want a will, it's this cost. You want a trust, it's this cost. I love it. 720-493-3911.
And how many attorneys literally bill like that? They give you an upfront price, boom.
No, that's what I love. You know exactly what it's going to cost you. 720-493-3911. Look for David Salisbury on my referral list at referralist.com. Okay, I love telling you we have lines open at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
I don't like that mic.
Oh, stop. You're a troublemaker.
Drew, is it good or bad? Be honest. Do you like it or not?
The more I've listened to it, the more I do not like it.
Okay, listen. Is it bad? Is it bad quality or just different?
It's different. You can hear you breathing. You can hear you moving around.
Well, okay.
When you get really loud, it gets muffled and poppy.
I do not want to hurt the, stop. I don't want to hurt the quality of the show, but maybe I'll use it just when I roam. But I'm practicing now, so I can learn to be maybe more quiet. And let me pull it farther away.
Maybe that'll do it.
Let's do this, and then you can maybe, if you need to up the sensitivity, I'll let you do that. And then once we get a place you like it.
Who makes it?
It's Bear Dynamic.
Okay.
And they're used by a lot of sportscasters. Natasha, what's happening? Oh, did she?
I'm sorry. No, I'm here.
Okay, you're calling about an extended warranty. What's the problem?
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily the extended warranty itself,
okay,
but it's the dealership that I purchased the vehicle through.
Okay, tell us the problem.
Go ahead.
Tell us the problem.
Okay, so back in December, my transmission went out, and I had it towed over to that dealership because of the warranty. I had it actually at a Nissan dealership, and the warranty refused to work with the Nissan dealership, so I had to have it taken over to the dealership I originally bought it from.
Which is?
And Maximum Auto Search.
Okay. So what happened?
And, well, it was fine at first, they kept me up to date with what was going on, and basically they had to wait for the warranty company, the adjusters, to come out and, you know, check it out to get a new transmission.
Okay. So far so good.
Yeah, it was fine at first, and then they told me that Nissan and the warranty company was going to give me a brand new transmission, and I had to wait for that to be sent by Nissan.
What's the problem?
And
that's good.
What was it? Yeah. And then they put it in and everything, and I think it was a total of about 3.5 to 4 weeks. It was in the shop, and they called me. They told me it was ready. I finally went down to pick it up. I did have a few other things fixed that were not covered by warranty, so I did have to pay.
All right, so where are we going with this? So far, I'm hearing exactly what should happen.
So exactly, yes.
So what's the problem part?
About a week and a half after having the vehicle, the transmission went out again.
Wait a minute. Is this after they replaced the transmission?
Yep.
Did they replace it, or did they rebuild it, or did you get a new one?
Well, they said it was a brand new one. It was not rebuilt.
I doubt that, because why would they put in a used car? Why would they put in a new transmission? I don't think they're even obligated to do that.
Well, it's a CVT, and it's a 2006 Nissan Murano.
Okay, Natasha, fine. Okay, fine. I'll give in. Let's go to the problem now. It went out again. Did they replace it a second time?
Yes.
And then what happened?
They couldn't find anything else wrong with it, so it had to have been the transmission. So
well, what happened after that?
6 weeks later, I got my car back again with another brand new transmission again.
By the way, were they giving you loaners during this time?
Oh no, they refused. They wouldn't. They said they don't do that.
Well, they may not have to by contract. That's why I asked. So, can we get to the end of this journey? Like, where is it today?
Today, I just actually had it.
How many total transmissions? How many total transmissions did they do?
So 2 new ones, and then, the original one. So a total of 3 transmissions.
Yeah, the original one doesn't count. They put in 2. So, well, yeah, you went through 3 transmissions. Okay.
Is it okay now?
Yeah. Is it okay now?
No, it's not. It broke down last night, actually.
Okay, so that's why you're calling. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous, Natasha.
New problem, though. This is a new problem that happened last night.
What's the new problem?
It overheated, right, Natasha?
It overheated, yeah. So actually, I've been dealing with this overheating since Monday.
Why did we listen to the whole transmission
thing? I don't know, for God's sake. I pray to God for an end to this.
It was a good story.
Okay, hold on. Natasha, you have to understand something, okay? I need to know what is going on now. Do they have your car?
No, my car was towed to my house last night because I don't want to have to go back to them.
Well, honestly. I don't blame you. However, it's a new problem. How many miles on this car?
139,000.
Okay, Natasha, really, as much as I don't like these warranties, they are giving you service. Okay, a pain in the ass, you had to do it 3 times, but if they're giving you the service, you got to take it back to them. I mean, they're not refusing to work. I have to give them kudos for that. They're not refusing to fix this thing.
No, they're not necessarily refusing. They are taking their time.
She's just frustrated.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you for being frustrated. Here's what I would do. I would take it back to them because you have the warranty. Then I would ask SOS Inspections, Norris, to look at your car where it's at, where at their place, and give you a second opinion, and ask him to cut you a brake for a 1-item diagnostic, and we referred you. Maybe he'll cut you a brake. Listen, that's the extent right now, Natasha. That's what I would do. And I promise you, we will call them and follow up. But you have to follow the steps.
Unfortunately, with that kind of mileage, she's going to have other issues,
Well,
too.
Sure, but I'm surprised they're being so good about the warranty. So, Raul, our common man today, on the show, just observing, What do you think about that problem? I mean, you'd be frustrated, right? 3 transmissions, or 2 they replaced.
Yeah, but warranties, they're just, I mean, you're warranting a piece of machinery that is designed to break down. It's going to break down.
But
I don't know how a warranty could ever cover it. There's so many exclusions.
Do you think, though, they must have done something wrong, in order to replace it that many times? What do you think, Clint?
Tom, there's been a known problem with the CVT transmission forever, yes.
In general, all of them.
Yeah, but not that quick.
I mean, why would it give out so quickly? So I think they're doing something wrong, but what I like is they are helping her. So I would go and see what this overheating thing is and have a second opinion from Norris. Now, Adam, you're going to give me feedback on this new mic. Here's the thing. We're getting used to it, and I'm moving around on purpose because I want to see how it works under different circumstances.
You look like a pilot.
Well, I'm doing it on purpose, walking around like this. So what do you think, Adam?
I think sound like a Ginsu knife salesman down at the home show.
Or in Costco or Sam's Club.
Now, here's
when they're pushing the seafood.
Now, Adam, here's what I want to know, and I really want to know. Is it truly noticeable?
No, honestly, it's clear. It's not that bad.
Okay, that's what I want. Now, I'm taking Mike's mic. I'm going to turn mine off and go to his, the regular mic. So here's the regular mic. Hi, how are you doing? I'm Tom Martino. Rah, rah, rah. Now I'm going to go back. Hello, I'm Tom Martino. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't think it sounds bad.
It's getting better.
It's way different, man. I think we need more listeners.
Okay, so James.
But real quick. Do you know,
does it sound like...
Do you know how to tell? Do you know how to tell if someone is a pilot?
I am your father, Mark. Okay, what?
Do you know how to tell if someone is a pilot?
No.
They'll tell you in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. James.
That's good, Mark.
What's going on, James?
Yes, Mr. Tom Martino.
Yes.
I just wanted to comment on your callers.
Okay, go ahead.
They need to start getting to the point a little bit faster. Plus, have your information ready so that Tom and Mark and the crew can help you out. And we'll just leave it at that. Just be prepared.
James, I like it, and here's what I'm going to do. I want you to come in as a common man, and you can help me do that with the callers. You can sit right here and do it. Hold on. Get him to come in. He has a comment that constructive. Have him come in and do it. Raul, feel free to chime in, too. If you want to say something on the call, say it. But you know what? Mark accused me of this. He said that years ago, I was like, hey, man, do it, blah, 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 blah. And I'd get to the point, and then I'd go after the bad guy. And he said I've gotten softer as I've gotten older.
Wonder Bread.
Stop. I'm not that bad. Okay, we have lines open. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Simply Floors, Inc. You know what? I think you know by now all of these sponsors we have, they're the real deal. We get to know them personally. We love Buddy Mitchell. You see, when we say, like, Ideal Home Loans, we say Brent Iverson. When we say Plumb Line, we say Jeff Belk or Bob Logan. When we say Century RV, we talked about Steve Hada, Colorado Tinnitus, Dr. Patty. I'm saying that we know these people, and it's just like Simply Floors, Inc. Buddy Mitchell, the heart and soul. You'll save money, number one. You'll get better quality, number two, or the same, and you get him standing behind it. SimplyFloorsInc.com is the website where you make appointments. They have designer services free of charge. Or you can go to the showroom at 52nd and Ward or do both. SimplyFloorsInc.com.
This is Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW.
I am just intrigued by it, but it's so beautiful. I have no idea where you put it. But it's mahogany.
I know, but it probably won't last up.
Isn't it gorgeous?
It's cut mahogany and sealed. So with water flowing through it, I think it'd be tough.
You mean like it would break down?
If with the base,
with standing water in there?
But isn't it gorgeous? I mean, it would be, it's not even, it'd have to be an entryway style. I mean, what would you do with that?
Yeah.
Well, just that, like,
you mean like a half,
whatever.
A friend of mine.
I don't even think a half bath. I think like
That'd be a good one for when they come.
That's what you're thinking. No, I'm thinking, yeah, you're right. Why would you just have a sink in the fucking hallway? You're absolutely right.
I got a friend who works on it.
It's beautiful.
God, he's making a living on this work on CDs.
God, it's beautiful. I love it.
They said someone transmission.
I never would have thought of a wooden sink.
And that Nissan Rogue, I think, is the, what's that?
Oh, how do you see all the
Alibaba rocks.
How do you see a what?
all these here? How do you see them all? And I just get these pictures here.
What do you mean?
Where's all the?
You don't see a picture of every single one.
Oh, you mean everything?
I don't know where you're at.
What do I have today?
You know, I have to work about to the point.
Yeah.
I go back.
Mark, I feel like, is there anything we can be doing about the site right now? When is Mikey going to find out about?
Me and Suzanne got to get billing done. We're going to knock.
What about blog and articles? When is he going to find out about that?
Probably tonight.
Fucking crazy about.
If he already hasn't.
But I just let him go. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, sometimes that's really, they're calling in here, sometimes it's really all they want to do is vet lots. So I let them just beat on me.
He always has the weirdest shit.
Well, this is all downstairs. He's all this stuff like that.
I've been there, man.
It's right. You know, and they feel really good that somebody listened to them.
Look at Bronco's helmets. AM/FM helmet radio. He always has these. He'll have like hundreds rolls of tape for like $5.
Yeah, I saw those helmet radios when in the
BYU.
The thing downstairs. They look pretty cute.
It's not the greatest tape.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what's your say? What's
You
your
know, people were carrying out.
That's why. If you got the CU tape, I had nothing but great experience.
You know those aluminum roasting pans like they have?
Ooh, ceiling fans, $50, $40.
Yeah, what about
$40?
People loading pickup trucks with aluminum roasting at 5 mil. A pickup truck full of aluminum roasting
And
pans.
they were selling aluminum. They were just selling aluminum.
Well, maybe that was it. Could have been. I don't know.
Look, a breast for $14.
A breast, you could use as a light.
You could use the light fixture, yeah.
Like that one leg of lamp.
God, actually, some of these fixtures are gorgeous.
The ones I thought were really nice were some of the towel bar stuff. I mean,
Does this go by price, like is the last page? You should have got down there and got this. You got to get, if you want him to get that bathroom done, I'll be straight with you. Just cut him loose to go to HD or somewhere.
Well, when am I meeting him? He said Thursday, but I don't have anything on my calendar.
You going to meet him today?
I don't know. I thought I was supposed to, but he never called.
He's off today.
All right.
Can you meet him there right after? Where do you want to meet him? Are you texting him?
6:30.
No. He just get it done is what I'm saying, because he booked those days for you.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. One Clear Choice Garage Doors for the best garage door service anywhere. If you have an emergency, you need them right away, 303-565-6409. Garage door emergencies usually mean a broken spring. Man, do not mess with those on your own. They are deadly under pressure. You see, that spring is sprung so the door opens, and the garage door opener keeps it closed. No garage door opener could lift a door without that spring, and neither can you. So make sure you call them if it's broke. And now, if you need something like a new one, a whole new door opener, they start at $333. LiftMaster with Wi-Fi technology, time to close feature, battery backup, 303-565-6409. 565-6409, oneclearchoicedoors.com. Lance has a call. Oh, wait, let's first
Tom.
Chris. Yes.
Hey, Tom, real quick.
Yes.
So I had a guy call. He couldn't hold. He said, you sound like Geraldo.
Oh, come on.
Geraldo.
Chris, what is the feedback on the mic, sir?
Well, buddy, I'm calling from Sterling, Colorado, out there on the eastern corner of the state. And I'll tell you what, I didn't get to listen to you for about a week now. I turned the radio on and thought somebody changed the radio in my truck.
Come on.
You are clear as a bell out here.
He's saying it's great. Thank you. I thought you were going to give me a hard time. Hey, by the way, are you a farmer?
No, I'm an oil field guy.
Okay, cool. Keep the royalties coming in, brother.
Hey, works right. Thanks, Tom.
Chris, thank you. Lance, what's happening? Lance?
Tom, it's Lance.
Yes, sir.
Just want to tell you, another comment on your microphone. It's clipping the lows and the highs. You sound entirely different on it.
it's not. You don't have the base either.
The clipping, the lows,
exactly.
Smoothness of the base is not there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can make adjustments on the.
You sound like a sportscaster.
Maybe we can make the adjustments on that. But thank you for telling me that. He must know about audio when he says clipping the lows and highs. That means that it's not processing them, and so you're only hearing one band. James, what's going on, sir?
Yes, sir. So my wife bought a 2013 Jeep Grand Cherokee, and under less than 30,000 miles, the transmission went out.
Yeah.
So they put a new one in, and then it has about 68,000 on it now. So the transmission light came on again.
Yeah.
We took it in, and I don't know exactly what they did.
Well, I know you had a lemon law question. If you read the lemon law, you'll read in there that it doesn't apply to used cars. That's what you will read. That's what you will read if you read it, James.
Well, it's used now, but it was brand new then.
Yeah, but the lemon law, when you read it, it says it's got to be within the first year or the warranty period.
So
whichever is less.
I got you. So we had the extended warranty, and we still had to pay $800 last time. Now, yesterday the transmission went out, or the light came on, and it died completely and stranded her on the side of the road. I guess my question is, how long do you just keep doing this?
Well,
it's only got 68,000 miles on it.
And it does the same thing keep failing?
Yes.
And what exactly is it that's failing?
Well,
do you know?
I don't have it in front of me because I'm not sure, but.
And the extended warranty, why isn't it covering it? Does it say you have to pay a copay or what? What is the story?
Yeah, she did all that without me, so I don't know.
Well, here's the deal. Unfortunately, where are you getting it repaired? I should ask that.
It's the Jeep dealer up there in Golden, or right there on Colfax.
Sometimes when you switch where it's serviced, if there's no reason to keep going to the same place, don't go to the same place. Sometimes it's simply the skill level of the installation or something they're doing. We have found sometimes when people have repeated problems and there is no apparent reason, when you switch shops, it goes away. And here's what I want to tell you. People get this thing I call equity. They feel like since they've been there, they almost owe it to them to make it right. But it keeps going wrong, and it doesn't do anybody any good. I would switch. Now, if they find something specific, James, that the shop did wrong, have them document it, and we can fight for you to get that covered if they did something contributing to it. It's not always cut and dry like that. Sometimes it's, I don't know what it is, it's just a shop can't get it right. And then you end up going somewhere else. It happens. That's all we can say. It happens. What's happening with Aaron? What's happening, Aaron?
Hey, Tom, it's Aaron. I appreciate your show. Appreciate what you do for
Thanks,
people.
man. What's going on with you?
Hey, I've got kind of a question for you. My wife and I bought a new Honda Civic at Auto Nation 104th Honda in North Glen.
Okay.
And it's been a little bit of a bumpy ride. I don't know if you want all the details or if you have time.
Well, wait. How is it? It's used, right?
No, it's brand new.
Oh,
so what's wrong with it?
Yeah, it shouldn't be a rough ride. They have very nice rides. It's a Honda Civic. Now, what were you coming out of? What kind of car?
It was a Nissan Versa.
Okay.
Basically a commuter car for my wife back and forth to work.
It should
want to get her something nicer this time.
Is the ride as nice as it should be way better than the Versa, no?
Oh, no, I meant bumpy ride as far as the dealership goes. I'm sorry.
Oh, tell me what you meant.
Yeah, so basically, everything was pretty good. We had to get a car from a different dealer because they didn't have any of the white ones. So we got that figured out. So that dealership got it from a dealership in Colorado Springs.
That's called a dealer trade.
We got it up there, and we bought the car. And anyways, we took that AutoNation, they got it from the other dealer, so they put their AutoNation stickers on the car.
Okay.
Well, they put one sticker
but
on.
Where's the problem? I'm hearing about stickers, man. Let's hear about the problem.
I know. I'm getting there.
All right. Right.
So, anyways, we took the one sticker off, and they had put it over a big dent in the car.
Oh, that's why you mentioned stickers. Okay.
Yeah, because it was the only sticker on the whole car.
Oh.
So I was already a little jaded about that. I didn't feel like that was above board. But anyways,
not on a brand new car. What did you do about that?
Yeah, supposedly they're fixing that. It's at the shop now getting fixed.
Probably paintless.
Yeah, they do paintless dent repair. It doesn't matter. But how big was this dent?
Yeah, I mean, the paint's gone. Like, you could see the black of
that's
underneath the paint.
You know, you don't have to accept that on a new car.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's the least of my issues.
But you did accept it. Okay, so tell me the main...
Well, we didn't know, Tom, till we got it home and my wife took the sticker off the car.
What's the main problem?
So the main problem is when we bought the car, there were several accessories that weren't on the car. So we went ahead and bought those, and the dealer was just going to put them on for us. So anyway, they were putting in a wireless charging system, and then there's some illumination kit for the inside of the cab. So they called us yesterday, told us the car would be done at 5, come pick the car up.
What's the problem? Yeah, let's get to the problem. What is it?
Yeah, we go in there to get the car.
I know you went and got a car, but what what's the problem?
How to get the car to work.
James, get to the problem right now. What is it? Right now, what's the problem? I need to help you, but I need to know the problem. Or
the
Aaron,
problem
Aaron. I'm sorry, yeah.
It's okay. They can't figure out how to get this stuff to work, and they're worried about the main wiring harness of the car.
Okay, what stuff are you talking about?
There's a wireless charger.
That they installed.
Where the gear shifts
All right,
at.
I'm going to tell you, Aaron, what I told the other guy. Why are you going to that same dealer?
Well, the only reason is because we purchased that stuff through them.
Well, it doesn't.
Sounds like it's aftermarket.
But is it aftermarket or is it OEM?
No, it's all OEM.
Then I would go. Then the warranty will cover it, and it's apparent that this dealer doesn't know what they're doing. And you can go to what dealer is it?
It's the AutoNation 104th.
Okay. You can, and what's the brand? You said it was the Honda. Go to
Honda Civic.
Okay, you go to Planet Honda, get it fixed right. How about that?
Okay, so I can just pull out of this deal.
Yes, with OEM stuff, you can go to another dealer.
Okay, so should I be worried that they're worried about the main wiring harness?
Just see what Planet says.
Yeah, I would go to a good Honda dealer, all right?
Okay.
So I would say, seriously, Planet Honda. Tell them, hey, I'm frustrated. It doesn't matter how new the car is, as long as everything's OEM. It doesn't matter if you purchase it through them. Don't give them any more of your time or money. Why people are dedicated to one dealer, I don't know. Unless it's the most convenient, you don't feel like driving. And then that's tough. You have to sometimes change dealers. You have heard on this show alone, what now? In this show alone, 2 problems about AutoNation. I don't know why we get them. We do. GoldenOrchard.com. Remember that website? If you have an elderly loved one, if you're going to retirement age, you want an assisted living home. They built these to be assisted living. They have some that help with Alzheimer's, dementia, and memory care. They have large, spacious landscape yards and bathrooms and patios, and they have 2 in Centennial, 1 in Wheat Ridge. What I love about them, established in '95, they were built, as I said, by Farrell and her husband. They were built to be assisted living. And they have the one price model. Between $4,000 and $5,000, that rent pays for everything, meals and snacks and outings. And you can use their furniture in your room or take your own. You can go in as a couple. You can have pets in some circumstances. Call for details, 303-795-0784. GoldenOrchard.com.
This report is brought to you by Dell.
Slow speeds on the drive downtown.
That earlier stall southbound I-25 cleared off to the shoulder, but it's possible crash the backup southbound I-25.
There's something wrong with AutoNation. And I'm serious. There's something wrong.
Yeah, because we didn't have calls for a while.
Both those calls, Mark.
You realize AutoNation is the #1, largest, biggest, whatever you want to call it in the country. They're publicly traded. They're a monster.
I think I've got another one going back here, Mark. They all seem to be from the service department. Incompetence in the service
Bobby in 72.
They maybe have
Traffic and weather. I'm Pete
a new person.
630 K-How. Get a true cinematic experience right on your
I got a third one
the Dell
somewhere here.
XPS 13, powered by 8-gen Intel Core processors, featuring new Dell Cinema technology with incredible color.
I don't know why I look
stream.
at it so
For
much.
more information, call 1-800-BUY-DELL.
Pat Miller, Gabby Gourmet. Natasha Hess of the Ginger Pig, one of the hottest.
So you said some pilots are sometimes that'd be hard to deal with.
Innovative.
Say it again.
Somebody asked for an update on the trial.
Soon enough. Not yet.
Real Estate Show. That's right, a real estate show for consumers. All inside information to help you, the consumer. Every Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. right here on Talk Radio 630 KHOW. The Consumers Real Estate Show, Saturday mornings at 8 on 630 KHOW.
Hi, this is Jack from Banyan Hill. You might have heard about the $34.6 billion that's expected to be doled out in what we call freedom checks. Huge checks that are changing people's lives from coast to coast. People like Sean from Pittsburgh. In fact, he's on the phone right now. Sean, you there?
Yes, I am, Jack.
Sean, let me ask you, how do you like getting these massive checks in your mailbox every month?
Well, Jack, we used to put stuff on credit cards living paycheck to paycheck. But now, after we started collecting a specific kind of freedom check, I have to say, life's a lot more fun.
I bet it is. In fact, getting massive freedom checks is fun no matter who you are. And with $34.6 billion expected to be paid out in private, non-government money starting as early as May 1st, now's the time to stake your claim on some cash. To get all the details, go to www.freedomchecks225.com before the May 1st deadline. That's www.freedomchecks225.com.
The IRS is the most feared agency in the world.
How often do you go find
You've heard
Tom?
ads from other companies
Oh,
to help
I
taxpayers.
usually go a couple times a week, but it's been so windy I haven't gone. And that's either my helicopter or my fixed wing. My helicopter's been out of service for 4 weeks, so I've been flying my fixed wing. So it depends, man. I love them all.
They'll still garnish your wages and even seize your assets. So whether you owe just a few $1,000s or hundreds of thousands, call now for your free tax consultation. If you qualify, we may even be able to reduce your tax debt down to a small fraction of what you owe. So don't wait until the
You need to get a motorcycle shop on your referral.
I know. You know what? You're right.
506
Selling or maintenance?
Maintenance. Your tax problem resolved once and for all.
You know, the other thing we need to get is veterinarian.
Oh, there's none of those. You know those big gold wings? I had a gold wing that I picked up. It'd been sitting in the guy's kitchen for 8 years. It had 11 miles on it.
What was he trying to put it together, or?
No, he got cancer, couldn't ride it. He put it in his kitchen, covered it up, and then his friend was selling it as a state deal. And I had to buy it not running because, yeah.
Did you get it running? Making hot tubs for 40 years, since 1978.
Anyway, I paid dealership $400 for 2 valve stems.
Made with one golden motor. A durable, high-quality tub you can use for years. WinResponse.com.
But I had 2 people from yesterday, they thought they
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show, 303-713-TALK. We do have time for more calls if you want to give us a call. We have wide open lines. You can call right now and get it in immediately, whether you want to give me feedback on the new headset. I'm just trying it out, see how the mic sounds. Or you can give us a rant or a rave, totally uninterrupted, on-air reviews, we call them. I want to remind you that the buy and build auction is closing in a few minutes. If you go in and bid, they keep it open for a few minutes after the last bid, so it can actually go on for another hour or so. And if you go to rollerauction.com, when you get to that site, okay, on the front page, you roll down, you'll see the buy and build auction, and then click on items. Some of the items I'm seeing are incredible. And we have a common man today, Raul Mays, and again, 303-713-TALK. Just let you know.
I have a rant.
I want to know what you knew thought of the show and the procedure. But first, the rant. Go ahead.
Listening to the show for many, many years, how come everybody thinks attorneys work for free?
You know what?
Everybody thinks
they do that. Yeah, they do. But now, they think that when they say, I can't find an attorney to take it, do you know what they're really saying? I can't find an attorney to take it for free. That's what they mean. I can't find an attorney.
Right.
Because people think attorneys should work on contingency, which means if they win, then they collect. That's only in personal injury. They really don't, and sometimes collection work. With collection work, they take a percentage of what they collect, and with personal injury. So, Ron, what's going on with you, Ron?
So you guys just had a commercial on your radio station, but it isn't something you support, but it was called Freedom Checks, and I am really curious as to the legitimacy of it, and I know that you're...
Okay, hold on. It's called Freedom Check. I wasn't listening, and I should have been listening. What are we talking about? Did you hear the commercial, Suzanne?
No, I tried Googling it, Tom.
What's that? Say it again.
The advertisement says if you sign up onto their website, then you will all of a sudden be getting these huge checks every month.
Okay, hold on now. Now I have to know about it. I'm sorry, I was not listening. Okay, here's...
It was in your last commercial break.
Okay, by the way, be very careful because I just Googled them and it says Freedom Checks, scam or legit, and they have all kinds of sites like this. And many times, for example, with the Zerona laser, I did a check on them. Zerona will actually put up a website that they started called Zerona BS or Not, and then it'll be some innocuous name that has nothing to do with them. It might say lasercheckers.com, and then they go on to say, you know, we were very skeptical about this fat-burning laser, and we found out, you know what, it actually worked, and it's all bull. Now, I don't know if that's why what I'm looking at this is Freedom Check a scam or real. I don't know if these sites are real to begin with. So there's no shortage of spammy offers on the internet, easy money from multi-level marketing. This sounds like, you know, this was put up as a way of promoting them. Anyway, I don't understand the process to begin with, but you know what? We ought to look into it. Have you heard these a lot on radio in general?
I've heard it several times on KL.
Okay, Freedom Checks.
I found their website, Tom. I'll share it with you after the show.
Well, what does it say, basically, Suzanne? Freedom Checks is nothing more, this guy says, than an online investment scheme. Meanwhile, let's see, employing traceable stock images into, I don't know. I don't know.
It's a weird website, Tom. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, we're going to look into it, but I appreciate you telling us about it, Ron. I should have paid more attention. So, Suzanne, what's the URL so people can take a look at it?
freedomchecks225.com.
Okay, we will look at it and get back to you. Remind me, Suzanne, we'll talk about it tomorrow. And I'm Tom Martino, and of course, if you truly want help, information, and referrals, referrallist.com. That's referrallist.com.
Now's the perfect time to
Join the fan club at Isle Casino Hotel Blackhawk. New members can win up to $1,000
I've been doing wrong. What's that? Sending texts to people out of here, and I don't have my damn airplane mode turned off.
What is that? Oh, no, it still goes.
Huh?
Oh, why do airplane just do not disturb?
Because you told me to put it on airplane mode a long time ago.
Well,
I don't
do
know
not disturb allows you to still do it. Airplane just shuts it down totally.
Yeah, airplane, actually, I don't care what you do.
Let me finish.
Please do not.
Oh, do not disturb, damn it.
I like this thing, but
Yeah, I don't apparently. Okay, so do not disturb. I can still send a text out.
Yeah.
Because I see what's happening. I've been sending these texts and they're not going because the airplane mode is still on.
But they'll all go out at once.